I call this meeting to order at 2:14 p.m. on Sunday, July 28th, 2024. Okay, members of the committee, please state their name for the record.
Jackson Ranson.
Arshan Falasiri.
Alex Weiris.
Adriana Sala.
Aaron Rubai is chair. With 5 members present, quorum has been established. May other members or members of the public please state their name for the record.
Tyler Sklar.
Antonio Hendricks.
Austin Burton.
Hunter Monson.
Julia Cipher. Victoria Tiesi.
All right, please. Oh, cool. Sorry. I thought we were going in order. Okay. Please keep in mind this meeting may be visually or audio recorded, even though there is no tripod today, which is cool. Something about that tripod makes me nervous. I don't know. It's intimidating. All right. We are now in line for, I believe, SSB 2024-1477, and correct me if I'm wrong.
It was on mine, that's why
I believe that was the first one we... Did you withdraw 1476?
Which one is that one?
That was Life Gets Tough Act.
I wanted to actually amend it just to get rid of approved and medical, because I would like to just at least say that withdrawals are still allowed, even though we know we are, just to make sure that
Sure, yeah.
exists.
Yeah, sounds
That's
good.
like all I
Okay,
want.
so I guess we're in line for SSB. Have we heard this yet?
No.
2024-1476.
Question.
yes.
When are we getting to the stuff that I have tabled from a few weeks ago?
Someone would have to move into the consideration of those. It goes in order of any new business, and then...
Okay, I didn't know the order
yeah.
for old business versus new
Yeah.
business. That's what I was asking.
I have no preference. When did you
All right.
call me in order?
2:14 p.m. We did make the 15-minute cutoff.
Let's go.
All right. What I am going to do after this is I'm going to move into any code revisions first. Understood? And then after we get through those, unless someone makes a motion, we'll go back to your code revisions. And then we'll move back into everything else. All right. So we're now in line for... Can somebody get a timer?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
5 minutes whenever you're ready.
1476, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll tell you about the basis to why I wrote this in the first place. So some of you may remember that I came to Senate the day after my car accident, which was a decision in itself. And then I came in, like a few weeks later, I realized that I would have to withdraw from my classes because all of them were like writing classes, and excuse my language, I screwed up my writing hand, so I obviously could not take notes, I couldn't write on exams, etc. So I knew I'd have to medically withdraw. But I obviously was like, I would like to be able to keep my seat even though it was an unforeseen circumstance. So I found out later from Aaron that you could actually, even if you just do a regular withdrawal, that you're still considered full-time. But I would like it to be in writing, I guess. The fact that even medical or not with medical withdrawals, you are able to keep your seat or presidency, even though in my opinion, if you are going to such significant academic dismay, maybe you shouldn't be an officer, but I feel like there are some other times, extraneous circumstances that should be accounted for, so I will the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of Q&A. Are you fine just keeping it the way it is? I like that it just specifies medical withdrawal. If it's true for regular withdrawals as well, which it is, it's fine. But this being said, I think at least would allow people to inform themselves. So you're okay with it being just kept this way? Okay. Any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line. Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Yeah, this is good. This is already the case, but having it in writing doesn't hurt. And it's in all the sections that it should be in.
Yeah.
I think it's very clear.
The came from me trying to figure out if there was, like, maybe a way that this could be explained, but it's already a thing that exists, so.
Yeah. No, this makes complete sense.
That's good.
Although, I will say, you copied the name of another bill. Yep.
What happens?
It was a constructive absence bill by Pelton in the spring.
Can the title still be used?
Yes, because the number's different. It's just gonna have the same title.
Okay.
But for a man with the most original titles, it's kind of crazy. Okay.
I mean, I made the title, to be fair. I gave
Okay.
time to submit.
Never mind then.
It was that weird 2 month gap that was
All right. Yeah, I think this is good.
Cool. I agree.
Any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for 2 minutes final privilege.
I waive.
Seeing none, we're now in line for any motions.
I move to pass SSP 2024-1476 by name consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Do you mind bolding all of the numbers we pass? And you don't have to put 2024, just like the 4 numbers, because whenever I make the folder, I go back through it. Yeah.
I can just do it.
Okay. But yeah, if you bolded, that would be awesome.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All right, we're now in line for SSB 2024-1477.
Hold on, sorry.
This is
This one might need to be resigned.
this is an old version of
Yeah.
the rules and procedures.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it probably was.
Do you want
Which one was this one? Sorry.
to? This
I'm
is
gonna, like, read up.
public
It's-
comment changes.
So I submitted this when you submitted the other one. It kind of sucks at the moment because
Yeah.
I submitted it at the same time. It's just taking forever to get to it. If we want to amend it to have the old language, but realistically, I don't see this passing regardless.
I will say I'm not in line, so you have
I think I read it.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No, just go. You have 5 minutes.
Since this is an old version, I don't even know if this is valid, but the idea of it was to allow people who are registered students or faculty to give, some form of, virtual comment or audio recording to, address the public or address the senators, if they're out of town. I have a lot of people that have tried to be, they've asked if they can do it, since they're gone over the summer, and I was like, unfortunately, you cannot. We already kind of do this for SGP/accent presentations sometimes. We've done it for president's reports. So I'm like, as long as it's in line with what is specified with the 3 minutes and all that, I don't see an issue with it. And they obviously cannot see their time because they are supposed to talk in that moment. So we wouldn't have an issue of giving more time to whoever else is there because they wouldn't know. They're simply sending the 3-minute audio video recording, has to address the chair for everything. If it doesn't, we can do the 2 warning thing and then seated the rest of the time. Even though obviously it's not warnings because you can only do so much. But if they do address anyone but the chair 2 times, this time would be seated. It is basically compliant with everything else regarding public comment, but it would be available for people not in town. I think that's useful because we've seen it used for president's reports and treasurer reports before. So we've seen it used for the public as well. I would.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of Q&A. Are there any questions?
I think you already know this, but have you seen there's a desire for this, people who are out of town? Not really. Okay.
I've seen at least 5 people. Or at least 5 people have been like, is it possible? And I've been like, no. And it's been people that are not even involved with SG.
They say want to say something?
If this goes into effect, would the Senate President and the secretaries have to go through? I mean, I can imagine they have to
I
go
was
through the
just
videos
thinking,
and see that they're
Yeah.
not saying anything. I mean, that it's related to what they wanted to talk about and that it doesn't exceed the 3 minutes.
At the end of the day, it's 3 minutes, and you can kind
Yeah.
of see the timestamp as is. If it's
Mhm.
3:01, you could just rule it dilatory or out of line or dilatory. They already have to review the presentations as is, and they have to download
Yeah.
them. It's really not that big of a change, and you can do a transcript file as well. When you download a video, you can also do a transcript, and you can easily just look really quick. It's not, they can read it in the span of a minute.
Are there any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. All right, so my opinion, and this is my opinion, is that when we had the same issue with SFIA, the initial change to it, we did not hear it because it was an old version. I think that's reasonable. I do not want to fail this. I think this would be especially useful for online students. Maybe tailoring it specifically to online students who physically cannot be present at these meetings. If they don't reside in Gainesville, might be more appropriate. But either way, I don't want it to fail. But I think that it's reasonable to uphold the fact that we did this literally this summer with a similar bill, and it's amending 2 sections that are different. If it weren't affecting those sections, I would say it makes sense to just delete stuff. But I believe that bill altered both sections 1 and sections 2. Like, this doesn't have the amendment that was made as well. So that's my opinion.
I agree. I want to pass this. I feel like it does good things for just letting students speak more. Could we, like, are we able to amend it to, like, be new, or would it have to go through again? To use new wording, I mean.
We could. I will say we didn't do that on the last one for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't know what changes we'd have to make. But, I mean, we can. I'm just pointing out that it is different from what we adhered to a month ago. So,
True. Okay. Would you want to stick to that precedent and, like, not do stuff for it now? Like, what's your preference is what I'm trying to say.
I would.
Okay.
And keep in mind that this is a rules change, not a codes revision. So it's not quite the same urgency as some of the other things. I think this could be amended after our deliberations, and then we could figure it out next week.
Cool. Okay.
I wonder about the wording that puts on the secretaries. How easy? Oh wait, that was your question.
You can ask me.
I was gonna ask, like, how easy is it to download something as a transcript document? Because I've never done that before.
I figure it's fairly easy, probably. I don't think it would be that difficult. I think it's probably about the same amount of time that's spent on presentations. I do think this would be better for online students because I like that we have requirements for like senators to show up in person. I think it's a good thing to have, but for those who are physically incapable of doing so, especially if they're at satellite campuses or in general don't reside in Gainesville, I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, it's overall just more accessible for students with disabilities also. It's like difficult to come on campus.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think physically not being able to be at the rights union means that you shouldn't be able to speak at the meeting.
Yeah.
Like, I think this does good things. But I understand the chair's concerns with the wording, obviously.
Yeah, I think we should follow precedent and then come back to it
Agree.
next week.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for 2 minutes final privilege. Whenever
Yeah,
you're ready.
I get it. Just unfortunate the fact that I did
Yeah.
submit the other time.
Yeah.
At the same time as the other one. I understand the precedent. I agree with the precedent. It's luckily RMP, so hopefully we get quorum the last meeting. I hope we do. Takes one reading, gets through. Not that concerned. Can easily make the changes or the updates rather. And then I can just submit the amendment to the committee next week, and boom, it gets passed.
Boom.
I wave.
All right. Any motions at this time?
I moved to table SSB 2024-1477 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We are now in line for
I burped really quietly. I kept it quiet.
really quickly. We've heard 1479? Have we heard 1481?
What's that one?
SCAR Act.
Are you saying we have heard 1479 already?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't believe because this was a collaborative thing that I was hoping we'd actually do.
I don't believe we've heard this yet.
Yeah, I remember it.
All right, we're now in line for SSB 2024-1481. You have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
A lot of this is in regard to just constituency. For graduate students, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Oh no.
this also did not update.
Oh no.
Because I submitted
That
before
just
the other
passed,
ones. That's exactly what I caught it as well. I'm pretty sure it's not the most updated version because I did submit this before everyone, and other stuff got passed before. So I guess I'll be doing the exact same thing if y'all like this.
I'm sorry.
This is
collaborative with one of the graduate senators, Annie Huber. She outlined more so about the graduate requirements. and they can even help me with, I guess, some of the wording and small captioning stuff. And otherwise, I'd like to update it. Feel free to look through if you have any issues with the things that were changed. I don't think there were any changes. 'Cause a lot of it was just formatting stuff that I made look better. And some of the stuff said must attend, but like in A, but by 4 it would say complete, so it'd say must attend complete, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. But just did some like, I guess, clerical revisions as well. But yeah, I'll do an update.
Okay.
I wave.
All right, we're now on line 4, 5 minutes of Q&A.
All right. So real quick, you talk about the like incoming student senators getting evaluated by R&D. What do you expect that to look like? Just like, oh, this person's coming at this time, so ideally they'd have this many constituencies to.
They already do that, by the way. They already do that. It's just kind of codifying it.
I got you.
It's like
I haven't
Julia-
experienced that in a.
I know Julia does it, but Julia's been there for that because especially like Sophia or like replacements, that it does depend on who, or I guess when they come in. Because I know Sammy has some table chart idea in mind about when someone comes in, how much they have to do. I kept it kind of vague because I didn't want to be like they have to do this because every circumstance is unique, and sometimes I guess the legislative cycle is unique in its own right too. Like for example, last fall, I was sworn in on the last meeting on December. I was like, it would be kind of absurd for me to have to do constituency for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I see that.
That makes sense.
I'm curious. You said you worked with like a Annie Huber Graduate Center about like graduate constituency requirements. I'm just curious like what you learned from that, how that's reflected in here.
Awesome. So if you see like the academic department or organization from the graduate school, sometimes graduate events are just kind of hard to get, or graduate student organization events.
I've heard like.
So it's stuff pertaining to the graduate school itself, and I guess other, as you see, other graduate related organizations, whether that's some off branch of like a. I don't even like know what the specific of what she wanted because she wrote this part. But I did learn the fact I've learned about this just in general over the time being here is that a lot of stuff, especially in the summer, that it is hard to get graduate student organization events, and some of the times they just don't have any. And this is just related to the academic department or the graduate school itself.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Are there more questions? Seeing none, we're now on line 4, 5 minutes of debate.
To talk a little bit more about the requirements for like grad constituency. So the fact that she added like events hosted by an academic department, that's like one of the big issues, right? Like, for example, like the Biomedical Graduate Student Association or organization wouldn't have counted as a constituency because it's like a academic department, or events from the graduate school itself, because the graduate school hosts a lot of like professional development events, blah blah blah, and so they're adding that. So I think that's important because sometimes it was hard to like, I don't know if like my organization was considered graduate specific, or academic department, and then that was like an issue with constituency. So this does a good job at like just making it more accessible for grad students to, you know, complete the requirement.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like I've heard a lot with constituency for grad students. There's like issues with availability. I feel like it's a good idea to add the SG funded or SG event just because that's more access. But I would say like with the precedent we set like before, just so that it's not up to date, you know, same thing. But that's
I have a point. I am going to point out that I believe this is still on the floor. That it could be amended with some of these changes. Just to point that out. Some of them I like. I like the academic department organization. I think that's good. That makes sense. I think adding student government funded event doesn't make a whole lot of sense because that is what the graduate student organizations are supposed to be in place of, because it is events for graduate students specifically. So I don't think the funded part makes a lot of sense, but adding an SG event as an option does make sense. As for the first part, I'm not entirely sure what this means because there's no definition for what the constituency requirements are in terms of how many should be completed. So I think we shouldn't use that as an amendment, at least until we decide like at what point constituency must be completed for someone who is appointed, because right now there is no guidelines for that. So I don't think the Rules and Ethics Committee could follow that right now. I'd also want to talk to them more about how this would look. But I do think that if there were to be an amendment that added academic department, that amendment, as well as the must attend changes throughout the document, and then the SG event for grad students, I think those all make sense. And that could be done still. Just going to point that out. But I do think we should keep precedent as well, because now there would be two conflicting. As soon as we pass one, the other one's invalid. Any more debate? Seeing none, 2 minutes final privilege.
Yeah, as I mentioned, this is a little bit collaborative. I'll speak on behalf of the other two. I think we're fine with 7 getting X, but that's not like that part of it. At the end of the day, we don't really. That's not the make or break part of this. The SG funded part for graduate students, perfectly chill with that as well, because the fact academic organizations, that's kind of like the heart of it. That's what we want to do. So if y'all want to get rid of those two, I think we're chill with that. I'll speak on behalf of the other two. If they have issues, I'm sure they'll bring it up. But again, the big thing that we were really focusing on was the graduate student organizations and academic department stuff. So feel free to amend it as you please with updates, as well as getting rid of 7 and 2-3, or 2A3 rather. But yes, bless you. I waive the rest of the time.
I'll lay the committee at rest. Can you do that and submit it as an amendment? And then just text Sam.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I call the committee back to order. All right, we're now in line for any motions at this time.
So
Wait, yeah, are
we just pass and it gets amended on the floor.
Or do we-
Amend it tomorrow before midnight.
I would say I'll leave the committee at rest again. Sorry, we're in line for motions. I would say what we should do with this is, instead of passing 2 bills that are doing similar things, we should table this, have an amendment submitted to the bill that's currently on the floor, and then have it go from there. I think that makes the most sense. And you can talk to Sam about authorship and all that good stuff. But it adds to the bill itself, because I believe there's already an amendment to that bill that changes it to include student government events and SG funded events. So we could always figure out what's going on with that. It also changes it to 1 graduate student organization meeting.
So are you saying that he should
So that's
amend the
actually
bill
a-
that's on the floor tomorrow instead of submitting this?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
You should submit.
14. What number?
What?
No,
Fi-
not this.
This is 1481. I believe the bill is like 1520,
Yeah.
1519, something like that. 21.
Was it on the agenda last week?
Yes.
Yes, it did not get through last week. We were busy.
What?
We were a bit busy.
This one or the other one?
The other one.
I was just saying they didn't get through last week.
The other? Oh yeah, it did not. It's on the floor though. It's still to be heard. Yeah, I think that's a good solution. Do you agree?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what was that?
Huh?
What was it?
Like the other one.
It's 1520 or 1519, and there's an amendment that was submitted. If someone wants to find it, that would be great.
1520 at graduating professional school.
Yep.
Honestly, I'll keep it simple. I would rather.
1520 is not in the drive.
Well,
It's not, because we
It's on the
passed it in
website.
Judicial last week. It's on the floor of the Senate.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we could amend it on
I'll
the
keep
floor.
It simple.
And,
It's
yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we should talk to Sam, but I don't have. I have a feeling, because we talked about the amendments before Senate last time, and she brought to my attention the concerns about SG funded, how similar it is
Yeah,
to.
that's fine.
But it also reduces the graduate student organization meetings down to 1, so it actually lightens the constituency requirements
I feel
more.
like it's fair to graduate students.
I think that's the only thing that says 2 in the entirety of this document, except for family housing having to attend 2 mayor's council meetings.
Which is not
I,
very but
yeah, so you withdraw it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, I call this meeting back to order.
overall,
Okay, cool.
Other picture of not this fault?
Wait, which one did we?
my Wi-Fi is not working in this room, so just I can't even.
Yeah, it's
I do,
not.
but it's not really.
So wait,
Well,
which one did we pass so far?
1476. That's the only one that passed. The other one got tabled. 1476
Cool.
got
I
tabled.
need to change that number. Sorry.
Yeah.
And this is 1480, right? Or that last one was 1480?
81.
81. Okay.
Sorry, I'm making a new file so I can actually organize this stuff. It is not
It's
May.
like whole ass chilies in there, man.
Yeah, I know. I saw them. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, I got Wi-Fi.
Wait,
Sick.
tries Panda Express.
I don't know how I'm gonna save this stuff once we
What
get to the
I'm
things
so
that
good
aren't
with
Word documents, but
What?
we'll figure it out when we get there, I guess. Okay, we're now in line for
As the graduate sender, you like that? Good change.
Yeah.
Good change.
1483.
Awesome.
Yeah, 5 minutes presentation whenever you're ready.
Sorry, it's the drive is checking the safety of the website right now. Thank you.
Oh, very important.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, this one's actually really simple. I like the simple ones. Obviously SI doesn't exist anymore, so I just changed it all to student engagement.
Great.
That's literally it. I wait.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of Q&A. Are there any questions?
I'm good. Actually, no, this is a stupid question. I'm guessing sorority fraternity affairs is X'd out because it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, so no more questions. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Yeah, this is just a wording change.
Awesome.
Makes sense. This is already an existing position.
I love student engagement.
Even though I'm not the biggest fan of liaisons in general. This is a good bill.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, any more debate?
I'm gonna fill it.
I just don't like you.
On the record is crazy.
Wait, guys.
All right. Any more debate? Seeing none, final privilege.
Very simple change, thank you.
I moved to. Do you want to do the little weird now in line for motions?
Sure, we're now in line for motions at this time.
Awesome. I moved to pass SSB 2024-1483 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Do we need to change this? The exit?
I changed it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I changed it after. I used to change it beforehand, and then I was spending like 4 hours making these
Yeah.
folders, and I decided I'm just going to do it as we go.
That makes sense. Cool.
All right. We're now on for SSB 2024-1489. You have 5 minutes for presentation whenever you're ready.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the minutes up because,
Oh, right.
I just got Wi-Fi, so it's not letting me get back into it. Okay. Boom. Boom. Let's redo it all. This sucks. Okay. He's absent. He is not here. Okay, you got that there?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Which one was this one? Oh, okay. So, as your local SNAP employee, when SNAP first started, it was a subsection of UFPD. As time has gone on, it has become a part of TAPS and no longer is a part of UFPD. Therefore, it doesn't really make sense to be under the police department liaison because we're not affiliated with them anymore. Yeah, that's it. I would.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. Beginning now.
Does this at all change the responsibilities of SNAP liaisons
SNAP or
or
police department?
TAPS?
Oh, yeah, this kind of just adds actually one. It adds a TAPS liaison, so it's like a new position. I forgot this was both. Sorry, my fault. I should have done that during presentation. It adds a TAPS liaison because I feel like that's kind of pertinent regarding the issues of TAPS at the moment. And it obviously includes SNAP because it gets rid of the SNAP from UFPD.
Do you? Okay, I'm not too familiar with liaisons, but I'm guessing as a TAP employee, you feel there's a good need for a TAPS liaison for cool.
Definitely. Currently, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, yeah. I guess I might have a question. All right, yeah, I trust you. So SNAP is fully under TAPS now?
100%.
Okay, cool. Okay, I hate them. Yeah, it makes sense. Again, not the biggest fan of liaisons in general. We're not in debate, sorry. Any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for debate. Yeah, not the biggest fan of liaisons in general, but I think this makes sense considering that it's no longer applicable to UFPD.
Yeah.
Are liaisons just like outreach?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, yes, kind of. There's like auxiliary Senate positions that usually are overlooked for a lot of things. Some of them do quite a bit. Some of them don't. It's kind of up to the the liaison themselves. I will say this is an old version of it, but we're not amending the section that includes the old version of it. Sorry, DEI liaison, that was changed. I know.
I have like literally a logistical, like a clerical question that I'm just curious about. So we just passed one that will change this, and if we pass this after it, I'm just curious how that works. But I guess we're only going to change the part that's changed, right?
It changes the part that's red.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they update the rules and procedures, it will only
change that part.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is cool. If you feel like there's a need, I think it's a good idea.
Any more debate?
I trust you, Hunter.
Love you, Hunter. I did with mine.
All right. Seeing none, we're online for final privilege.
Yeah, as we had someone come in public comment. That was one of my former coworkers who actually now quit Snap. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at TAPS in particular, as well as Snap as a whole. We have administrative changes because we have a new guy in the head, the top. He's this finance guy from like the West Coast, so he just likes doing things his way. It's his way or the highway, and as a result, there's so much going on right now at TAPS, and I feel like, I guess, knowing that, especially with RTS, with Snap, with Gatorlift, all these different services and programs are being affected by it, so I feel it is a very important thing to have, actually.
Awesome.
I wait.
All right. We're now online for any motions.
I move to pass SSB 2024-1489 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
That's good.
We're now in line for SSB 2024-1492.
What's this one? Oh, this one, I think Sen kind did it, I'm gonna be honest. This is
Okay, I know what this is doing. So when we changed SFIA, it requires it to be submitted to both. This just reiterates it in the codes. Makes sense.
Okay.
The author and sponsors are not
Oh,
present. Where did she go?
She just
She had a phone.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah, it's fine. There's no one present. We are now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Yeah, this just clarifies who the email gets sent to, and this is how it is in SFIA. This is just so we can keep track of not only the people that are supposed to be on the listserv, which is already complicated, but also constituency, affiliation stuff. It just keeps everything in line, so both people get the email. Not a huge change.
Yep. I see no issue with this. I love Sammy King card.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, now in line for any motions at this time.
Move to pass SSB 2024-1492 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're now in line for SSB 2024-1493. Seeing as the author is taking a phone call, we are now in line for...
Do you want me to go get her?
we're getting to some of her stuff, I think. If you want, you're welcome to. Yeah, we're getting to
This
some
one's
of
fun.
we're getting to some of her stuff she wants to present.
confused.
Hmm?
This one was just like, why? Why?
Maybe just because they can't apply. Actually, I'll just wait up Joey gets in.
I mean, I know that's why, but like, it's kind of just understood.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't make sense, though. Lay this committee at rest. Sorry. Anyone can speak freely. I just want to wait.
So I just wanted to talk about a resolution I submitted.
Okay.
If at all possible, if I could be moved.
Okay. We haven't heard it yet, have we?
Okay, no, you haven't.
What? Do you know what number it is?
Yeah, it's 1529.
Okay. That's one of the weird ones. But yeah, we'll get into that right after.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fine. But other than that, I'm going to try and avoid resolutions for the beginning of the meeting. Yeah. If that makes sense. But yeah, that's fine.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for showing up today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
It's really cool.
I didn't miss a chance
Not
to
enough people do it.
see what's going on.
We have some regulars, but for the most part. Okay, we are in line for SSB2. I call it coming back to order. We're now in line for 5 minutes of presentation on SSB 2024-1493.
Go to it. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start now. This is literally just to resolve a potential issue that we saw, or at least that I saw from the term at the very end of spring to the very beginning of summer. Basically, you know, as you all know, the pro temp has the responsibility to announce open seats in the chamber, so that people can apply and that there's complete transparency there. The potential issue can come up when, during the last meeting of a legislative session, there's, let's say, like 70 seats in Senate are full, right? During the last meeting of the legislative session, a bunch of those senators might not fall into those constituencies anymore and get, like, removed for a variety of reasons, where they're, like, maybe they're not here over the summer, for example, and their seats aren't necessarily announced, but they, like, are resigned. And then there's, like, a 3-week period in which Senate doesn't happen, and then Senate happens, and then we come back and there's like maybe 50 people at the meeting, and it's just barely making the cutoff for quorum. And that was exactly what happened from the spring to the very first meeting of the summer. So the whole intent behind this would just be so that I understand the issue of accessibility in terms of actually having the pro temp announce open seats, so nothing is like a surprise, and then like where is the deadline for people who send the emails to resign to then have their seat featured on the website, and I understand that that could be a logistical issue. That's something that can also be codified. It's not codified in this, but you know, maybe for the last meeting of a legislative term, the pro temp can just announce whichever seats are existingly open, and then if any seats are open for any other reason, it can just be open online for applications for quorum issues. I yield.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. So would you want us to change this to state, like, explicitly that existing, like, prior vacancies are excluded from this list? Or
Can you clarify what you mean?
like a vacancy that's been there for weeks or a week, so it's not like new resignations. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Also, like, maybe this wasn't as thorough as it could have been, but there should, like, let's say, I don't know, I'm just thinking of all of the people who appointed summer replacements, whose summer replacements, like, sent the pro temp and the Senate president an email saying, hey, I actually can't be a summer replacement. But they were already, approved for being a summer replacement, and then those seats were not able to show up on the list of applications. Is that making sense? Because I can clarify a little bit more.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So the issue was with the fact that people were applying for vacancies that they couldn't meet the requirements to fill.
The issue was that, I guess this is not the best thought out, sorry guys. This was submitted such a long time ago that I don't remember what I was doing when I submitted this. But basically what happened was, you have to appoint a summer replacement for yourself, right? And that summer replacement has to be approved on the Senate floor. After we approved a bunch of the summer replacements, it was the very last meeting of the legislative term, Blake announced the open seats, and then we had like a 2 or 3 week period in which Senate didn't meet. And then the very first Senate meeting, in that 3 week period, a bunch of the people who were supposed to be summer replacements, who were approved to be summer replacements, said that they couldn't do it. And then sent Blake an email and said, I want RNA to be able to choose my seat. But RNA couldn't choose any seats because there was no
called out yet?
there was no announcement. So then the very first meeting when we all came back, there were like 50 people there. 50 something.
Okay, I understand that.
But at the same time, actually maybe we don't pass this because it's not very well thought out, because under this, now that I'm thinking about it, someone could resign like a day before a day before RNA meets, and then RNA would have to be like on top of it in opening up their seat, and then that wouldn't be fairly open on the website for everyone. I guess this rule was in place for a reason. Just kidding, y'all. Saying it out loud. Yeah, it happens.
So,
Okay.
is this serious?
Do you withdraw?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of sucks. Okay, I'll withdraw this, and then I'm probably gonna submit some iteration of this that makes it like vacancies that happen within a whatever week span. If Senate doesn't occur for a number of weeks, just make that specificity.
I see your intent,
Yeah.
but I don't think this exact bill does that.
This is not the way to go about it. All right.
Are there any more questions?
Thank you.
Seeing none, 5 minutes of debate. Yeah, usually when I'm confused, it's not a good sign for clarity. I see what this is trying to address. I'm not sure if it does address it.
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, do you withdraw this? Sorry.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we're now in line for SSB 2024. I'm going to stop saying 2024. It's getting annoying. 1494.
Project 2025.
That was totally out of nowhere. The couch jokes. Okay. We are now in line for 5 minutes of presentation. 1494. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Basically, different student organizations have different levels of leadership. Not all student organizations have the same. A bunch of directors, and then president, vice president, treasurer. So it makes it super difficult to tell who's a member of the highest leadership of an organization. That's just a logistical problem. So I feel like every student org has some type of a president or the one person who's in charge of it. This is not supposed to be like limiting people's abilities to get involved in legislation, but as it stands, or any member of the highest leadership of any student government funded organization is not clear. Because there's no way that the Judiciary Committee will single-handedly be able to tell, given any club's like leadership composition, who's the highest in that leadership. I leave the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. Are there any questions?
Working on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, do we have time?
I'm curious where like your impetus for making this came from. Like, what made you want to make this change? I understand the reasoning. I'm just curious behind why.
There's been legislation. I can't think exactly what the piece of legislation was, but it had a bunch of sponsors, which is awesome. Love to see it. But a lot of the sponsors had like random positions that I'm not sure exactly what they are. Like when everyone sees president, like maybe even vice president, we all know what that is. But I wouldn't be able to tell you what their like executive director liaison is, and if that's a member of like their highest leadership.
And like how pertinent that actually is. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I think like there's just a lot of ambiguity, and I wouldn't want the Judiciary Committee to get in, like, for example, in trouble in the future for letting someone who's not a member of the highest leadership sponsor something. This is a preventative measure.
Are you amenable to unstriking VP? Because that does seem to be pretty clear.
I mean, I guess it's fine because people generally know what VP is. I'm just thinking, like, what situation would the president of an org not be a sponsor on something that a VP is? And would it be redundant? And I understand that everyone's entitled to their opinion, but normally if a president is sponsoring something, they're doing it on behalf of the entire org. So I understand what you're saying, but I feel like a president can just be the lead sponsor on it, and it would also mean more coming from a person in charge of the organization.
So, if there was an amendment introduced doing the same thing but with like treasurer, would you feel the same about that as well?
What do you mean?
like where the president or treasurer of any SG funded organization, because I feel like treasurers have a specific role with working with budget and sponsoring like budget bills. And I feel like that's a circumstance where it would make sense to have like a specific role with the ability to sponsor.
That is fair. However, I feel like generally, at least in the orgs that I'm a part of, there's no member of like an executive board of a leadership or of an organization where the president is not ultimately like presiding over them.
Yeah.
If you can like think of one and present me a really good example, you know, but I just think in general, like the president is the ultimate like authority and head of a student org generally, so it makes sense that a president should be able to, and it's also in line with the rest of like the idea of 1B, like all these people in general are either like the top of their whatever field they're in or whatever org they're in, or an elected official. I guess the only exception to that would be like I guess the only exception to that would be cabinet director. However, I believe that the cabinet directors do have their own like specialized area and also specialized funding going just to them. So. Yeah, this isn't meant to be super controversial. Like I submitted a version of this bill before that was gonna be like unnecessarily weirdly controversial, and like giving the president of an org the authority to sponsor stuff makes sense in my opinion. Just anyone else would like, I don't see a scenario where other people would be sponsoring it and the president wouldn't also be sponsoring it.
Are there any more questions? Seeing none, now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
Okay, my only thing with this is like what got brought up was like changing vice president and treasurer.
Thank you.
Because I understand like wanting to have like I think there's just two different like ideas for sponsorship. Like if you want to have more people on the like part of an org to be part of it just to show more care, or if you want to have only the president show conciseness representing the whole org. And I'm amenable to either. I think both fall in line with what sponsorship's about. I just think it's what we as a committee want to do. But I like taking out like I think the core of this is any member of the highest leadership, just because that's kind of ambiguity. I think that makes sense. So yeah.
I mean, in this case, it does end up being more in line with the rest of the rest of this section, where it is just the presiding member of each group that's able to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is unclear member of the highest leadership. Whether or not VP should be included, because VP, in the event that the president for whatever reason is not present, the VP is usually the second that could speak for the organization. VP, I understand more than anyone else, but that's up to the committee. What we think is for the best. But yeah, what does everyone think about that?
I don't see an issue with letting more people sponsor. Because I also think with what you just said, like if the president is unable, having the VP be a representative makes sense.
Yeah, and it still addresses the issue. You're still not going to have like random people from the organization that don't speak for the organization sponsoring legislation.
No, I agree. We know who the VP is. That's the entire point of the bill.
Yeah. If majority party leader Cypher is amenable to unstriking it, I think that's a good change, and then I'd like to pass it. I think it's fine.
Am I allowed to answer?
In final privilege, you can.
Yeah.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, final privilege. Go ahead whenever you are ready.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused because I don't know a scenario in which the president would be unable to sponsor something. Like if I were the head of a student organization, right, if I was the president of MedLife, for example, and my VP was going around sponsoring stuff under the name of my org and I didn't know anything about it, or I was against it and didn't support it, I would be like pretty annoyed because as the president you have authority generally with the rest of your board over the student org, and everything should be made as like a group decision. So the president is like the highest form of authority within an org, and it makes sense that the president therefore should be able to sponsor things with the rest of their board's approval. But again, that's like an internal club thing and up to them. I just don't know when a VP would be sponsoring something without the president being able to. I waive the rest of my time.
All right. We are now in line for any motions at this time. Are there any motions?
Okay, I move to pass SSB 2024-1494 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. It's already renamed. All right. Let me. We're now in line for SSB 2024-1495. You have 5 minutes whenever you are ready.
Okay, so this is a direct result of issues with the website. There are certain scenarios that have happened where legislation was uploaded to the website and then unable to be viewed by a number of people for a certain window of time. And then there were issues of like, okay, well, this legislation wasn't readily available for us within like these 2 hours of this window, so does that mean that we can't hear it on the floor? So, like, the answer to that question is no, but also yes. So we need to put something in the codes that basically gives a way for people to let Senate know if there's an issue with the website. That way we could get it fixed relatively quickly, so that way issues with the website wouldn't prevent something from being heard on the floor. Because I agree that if something is not uploaded to the website, you know, we can't, by that certain time frame, we can't hear it. That's in the codes. I think it's there for a reason. But it's another story when it is actually uploaded and then like the internet is down for like an hour and people can't access it. And then people are like, well, we can't hear it on the floor, but can we? So this, in my opinion, would make it so that individuals can reach out to the Senate President pro tempore, so that the pro temp would be able to take this issue to SGAO and have SGAO correct it as quickly as possible, or just send them whatever legislation. I guess it would be up to them. But, yeah, and the reason why it's not contacting SGAO directly is because we are students elected officials, so it wouldn't really make sense to put them in contact with our admin when we could just be the liaison ourselves. I waive the rest of my time.
I lay the committee at rest. What were you saying?
Remember I did this kind of already.
Yeah. I forget exactly what that said.
It originally had this as part B. Y'all got rid of it.
Yeah.
So it's like technically.
Yes.
And then we passed a version we passed a different version that did amend a certain section, and Blake and I collaborated on it.
Yeah. I think
What is this?
We passed it a bit ago. I can find the
this
number for it.
I'm going to point out that this one is slightly different. There has been an amendment to this part of the R&P.
When was that made?
2 meetings ago.
Let me see this.
Okay,
This
let me
looks-
take a look at
Yeah.
what you're talking
That's it.
about.
He added a section where yours is, but it's a different thing. It describes what happens to legislation.
Okay, let's see.
And there was an amendment to it as well, which they didn't update obviously. Blake and
What
I,
is the amendment?
it was a provision that Blake and I actually had it in the doc. Hold on, let me find that. Actually, I could probably find it.
This was legislation that I had submitted a long time ago. It's summer A.
Yeah,
And we weren't
this
able to
is-
get it.
It's like I was-
This has happened, yeah.
So it seems like that's the issue.
Yeah, I was like, well, I was going to tell you that I originally, when I submitted this, I did have the very similar thing about
Yeah.
contacting the pro tempore. It was struck here in committee.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine if it was struck in committee. I've been in contact with SGAO and also the pro temp, which might be a difference.
Yeah, I was saying that
like,
it doesn't matter who the point of contact. That was in the last one, that it doesn't necessarily have to be the pro temp. It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
because I don't want Blake to be answering a bajillion calls because people have their own technical difficulties. It's more that, like, because this doesn't actually do anything. We could talk to SGAO and just have them list that as the contact, but
That's what they would be doing. Yeah, it doesn't actually say anywhere that the pro temp would have the obligation to respond. The whole entire point of this would be so that the pro temp could get into contact with SGAO and let them know that there's an issue with the website that people are having.
Can I see yours?
You know,
Here's the final version.
What?
Yeah, for bills, whenever you look for bills on the Senate website, it already says if you're having technical difficulty accessing these bills, contact this.
really? Because I didn't see that. I think that might have actually been new.
Wait, can I see it? Where is it?
It just is on the website.
What does it say?
It's just on the website. It says it right under the Senate information.
Yes, that is new.
Yeah,
That is
so-
new.
The
Okay.
legislation on this.
This was we this was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's been recently updated. That was not there before we had the issues the first time with legislation.
So this is what Blake and I decided upon a couple weeks ago.
Though also, Julia, the way that it's written is implying that
yeah, you're welcome to.
can reach out to the court for the legislation to be heard, when that's clearly not the legislative intent.
I mean,
Wait, what? Say that again?
The way that this bill was written is vague enough to imply that as long as an individual can reach out to the pro temp to gain access to the bills, that it can be heard on the Senate floor. But there is a one-on-one correspondence without actually making it publicly available on the Senate website.
I mean, I'm about to withdraw this because it looks my entire intent was to just have a message so that the general, SGAO would be aware if there are actually issues so they could look into fixing it.
Yeah.
Like, the intent was not so that the pro temp would send them the legislation to make it accessible to them. The goal is to, instead of putting a Band-Aid on it, just fix like the root of it and have admin fix the website if it's like coming from their end. So I'm gonna withdraw this.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're now in line for. Oh no, we're not. We're not in line because of the bathroom.
Also, Aaron,
Yeah,
have you by any chance?
I'll send them to you right after this meeting.
Okay.
That's
And then second, the presentment bill, you had a minute for it. It was withdrawn during the Senate.
Yes.
You said you had a recommended amendment.
Did you resubmit the bill?
No. It doesn't. Judiciary.
The bill was withdrawn, so
Oh,
it would
I
have
thought
to be
it was
resubmitted.
withdrawn and sent to the judiciary.
It had to be referred.
that would be referred back.
Okay.
Submit it for next week because I do have amendments. Just to it should just say the definition.
Would it receive a new code?
Huh?
Would it receive a new
Yes.
SSB 20?
Yeah, because there's a number of the final endings to a bill. So any bill that has been passed, tabled, failed, withdrawn, they all have a number associated, so we don't get confused. The only time it doesn't necessarily apply is if, for example, we never hear the bill. That's the only time we can change the numbers to one that's already been used. But resubmit that because we should have a definition somewhere.
Oh, I'm probably gonna have to go at 4. So are we gonna be able to?
Yes, Danny is coming.
Okay. And then also,
I think RNA has this room at 4.
4:30.
4:30.
Yeah.
and also like, if we can maybe sweep my resolution. Like, that would be pretty
Have we
hard.
heard it?
We have not yet.
Okay.
Have you heard any
We need to
resolution?
submit.
We do yes.
We have two.
Okay, I call this meeting back to order. We are now in line for that bill has been wait, you have to say it on the record, sorry.
I withdraw my bill.
Got it. Just we're not at order. Okay. We're now in line for SSB 20241497, I believe, unless I missed. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Okay, this one is extraordinarily necessary. This is SGI term realignment. This has needed to happen for a while because for some reason the SGI chairperson resigns the last day of spring classes, except SGI is over the summer. So it's kind of a massive problem.
1497.
1497.
Yeah. This also has an interesting clause that I don't believe I've seen before. If the chairperson does not deliver the oral report to the student senate as mandated within 5 regularly scheduled Senate meetings following SGI, the chairperson shall automatically resign. And they're doing this, I assume, because that ends the term of the SGI chairperson. So in the event that they just decide not to ever end their term, it automatically ends at least 5 weeks later, which is very, very reasonable. I think this is necessary. If anyone has any problems with it, please tell me.
No.
It doesn't really seem like it changes any of the
Yeah.
duties of the.
No.
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like a thing I have problems with. It just seems like
Yeah, this just
logistical.
changes when their term ends.
Okay, fair.
Cool.
Okay. We're now in line for any motions at this time.
I move to pass SSB 2024-1497 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Which number?
1497.
Around 1500.
Yeah. We're now in line for SSB 2024-1500.
Good catch. Oh, jeez.
You have 5 minutes to present whenever you're ready.
So me.
It's not you?
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
I
What?
said me. I was like, which one is this?
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is comptroller.
Oh, this is the accent comptroller one?
Yes.
Honestly, is this code revision or RP? Sorry, I don't have
Code revision 100 codes.
realistically, it makes sense that we have the accent comptroller because of the SGD comptroller. I've been trying to get in contact with John. I've got to go to his office hours at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Which, to get a 100% confirm that this is fine, I would like to have his 100% okay before the Senate meeting. But yes, it kind of just, in my opinion, makes sense that you would have it in regard to SGP comptroller existing. I actually resigned the other, or I withdrew the other one because it was out of format.
Mm-hmm.
I resubmitted it to make this in format, and here we are. So, yeah, I will.
All right. We're now on for 5 minutes of questions, beginning now. Okay, dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
What is the defined role for accent and SGP comptroller?
It's regarding the finances, to my knowledge.
Okay.
Anything.
Do you see? I mean, I actually never mind.
It's the exclusion.
I mean, I feel like if the SGP comptroller is going to be not allowed, then the accent one may as well too. I don't see reason not to.
That's not a question. Please state your name for the record.
Daniel Weinberger.
Hello, Danny.
All right. There are now 6 members present.
I don't think there's more questions.
Okay, seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Yeah. I'm
It's made before my time.
I lay the committee to rest. Let's talk about it really quickly.
It's just an exclusionary act in the executive branch. Like, realistically, it's
It-
either the following as well as being a comptroller. It's very rare that would happen as is. So,
The thing is, all of these
the
things that
top.
are here are agency heads. So
Yeah.
I don't see why
I'm
any
very
comptrollers
confused as
are
well.
there at
Why
all.
it's on there at all?
Do
I
we think
mean,
comptrollers?
there's different areas as well that comptroller and agency head is specific. Like, they're not this code per se, but there's other codes that talk about the two as, like, I guess, being these high positions, central position. Like, they're centrable. Both are centrable. So, in my opinion, it kind of also makes sense.
Where is the? Let me pull that up really quick.
Because those are the,
Around
like,
1500.
two highest.
Have we done
that? And they're very different roles. So,
Do you think gone from 76?
I'm looking up the governing documents.
Straight in order.
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know why SGP was there, or SGP comptroller was there.
Yeah.
I just know
It has to be one, either, but it has to be both or none. It can't be one of
In my
them.
opinion, both make sense because they're very different roles, and technically you could be the SGP comptroller and the same time then, which would be very bad.
You can be the SGP comptroller and the agency
Well,
head.
If that exclusionary act did not exist, you could. Which in my opinion would be wrong.
Okay.
Oh.
Currently, as it stands, the accent agency head and comptroller could be the same person.
Okay.
I would hope not, though.
Whoa.
They're not exclusionary.
Are these codes messed up, or am I stupid? Because no,
Those are
you
messed up.
no, they're not. I'm just stupid. You can't censure comptrollers.
Really?
Nope.
Maybe
You can
it was
only
just-
censure executive agency
maybe-
heads.
Maybe I did a revision and I was considering it. But regardless, SGP comptroller does exist in that exclusionary act, as is.
I think that
I think that was a
it's-
mistake.
it would never. Yes.
It should never happen.
I think that the point of comptroller, like the reason why there's an entirely separate position is because the finances of the org are such a big deal that it shouldn't be the same person.
I agree.
Maybe each of the agencies have their own like separate documents that are not in the codes that say that it has to be different people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Even if it's not explicitly.
it's one of those things again, we talked about this before, just outside of, I guess, exclusionary acts. I would like to have access to an accent constitution if that exists, or SGP constitution, because it kind of sucks when we don't know. And my opinion is we do kind of preside over them in that regard, but
Maybe
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that this was definitely a mistake in the first place, having it on there.
the SGB comptroller.
Yeah, I mean, the censoring thing is a great point. If they were on here, that makes complete sense. Because it looks like, I believe all exclusionary offices are censurable,
yeah.
except for SGP comptroller, which makes me think that that's a blunder.
I don't know when this was added, / not. I just noted SGP comptroller existed, and I was like, it makes sense for accent. But also in the event that the person could be both, which I think shouldn't ever happen because we'd have to approve it. But
So a person couldn't be both?
he could be both in theory, or they could be both, because if it's not exclusionary, they could be both. Again, I don't think we would okay that as a Senate,
No.
but it would be
I'm gonna be a senator in the accent comptroller right now.
These are specific to the executive branch, obviously.
This is,
so.
yeah, the exec branch is wild. This is codes, which sucks.
Okay, my opinion is that you did great with catching an inconsistency, but I think that it should be the opposite of what you put in, and instead of adding accent comptroller, we can remove comptroller.
Because
That's my thought. I'm gonna
same-
go fill up my water now.
The same logic that you used applies to, like, for example, vice chairs of an agency. Like, could you be an agency head and your own vice chair?
I think you could. If
We,
you really wanted
but
to.
we don't
They're
exclude
very
those.
different roles, though. But my point is, accent comptroller and agency head are very different because accent has vice chairs. Obviously, they shouldn't be it, but they have their vice chairs. Comptrollers are very different from the vice chair, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, this is something I'm not gonna like die on this.
No, I know. This is just
I just noticed
interesting. This is interesting. Yeah. You love catching these weird blunders
We
from
had
like 10
that
years
happen.
ago.
I still can't believe that we didn't know about the resolution voting threshold thing. until,
Yeah,
like,
that was
recently.
insane.
It was like I don't know how I didn't know that.
Okay. I call this meeting back to order. Now line for 5 minutes of questions.
Excuse me.
I know it's a code revision, and this would essentially kill it. Would you be okay tabling this?
I have a question back to you then.
Sure.
So
This has ever
let
been
me
done
talk to
before.
John on Monday, aka tomorrow morning. Let me be like, yo, is this a mistake or is this actual like what it was supposed to be? And if he says yes, we go forward with it. If we decide to pass in committee, if he says no, I withdraw it.
Sure.
I was like, you can have my word on that, I guess.
Would you be amenable to, like, either like maybe striking both?
Yeah, I was like,
instead of adding.
well, this is what I'm gonna say. I want to talk to John.
Yeah.
If he says it was intended, or if he thinks it's intended, I would add accent. If he thinks it wasn't intended, I'd get rid of him. Or I'd get rid of SGP,
Okay.
the comptroller position, obviously.
Yeah.
I would make the amendment tomorrow.
If there's no response before
Yes,
the
I
Senate
would try.
meeting, sounds good.
Well, his office hours are tomorrow at 8 a.m. So if he's not there,
Sounds
he
great.
gets in trouble. If I don't want that to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
Breakfast
I don't
is-
think they should be included, personally. I think that was a mistake in the first place having them on there.
I just want
But
confirmation. from
yeah,
him.
yeah, sure. But I will say on the record that if there is no response, and this does get to the floor, I would intend on tabling it on the floor. So, just pointing that out there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
I like what we just said to do.
Mhm.
Sounds great. That really, we shouldn't have been saying that in questions, but it's fine. So, are there any final privilege?
Yeah, I'll go to breakfast with Brink tomorrow, I guess.
We'll have to do this.
Okay. Are there any motions at this time?
I move to pass SSP 2024-1500 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. Just so you know what happened on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
We pass. He's going to talk to Brink. If nothing changes, it's just going to get withdrawn. Simple. Okay, we're now in line for SSP 202. We've heard this before, I thought.
Were they Antonio's?
Which one?
Oh, this is.
1502.
This is
this
SCAR
the
2.
old copy? Oh my goodness. I submitted the old copy.
Score 2.
Yes, I was a SCAR 2. I have the exact same acronym, so I just did SCAR 2. But. Let me make sure that I'm looking at this right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we heard this.
We did hear this already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we.
Okay. We're now in line
Did we
for
decide to table it, honestly?
We did.
I don't remember.
Yeah. SSB 2024 15 wait, we heard this?
This one we cannot do because we already heard it.
Yep.
was tabled, so.
Okay. I believe we heard 1507 and 1509 as well. Yep. Okay, so now everyone, we're in line for the first messed up Word document, courtesy of Health Caucus Chair Weinberger. You have 5 minutes to present on SSB 2024.
Was that bad?
I mean,
Did
yeah.
Megan submit this one?
No, I did.
You did?
I talked to you that I didn't know it was messed up before. So.
Guarantee of
It's I don't even know what's going on with it, but
It's a good idea.
yours is not the only one. We're in line for SSP 2024 1515. Yeah, so now at least we're in line for it. But yeah, these all, I don't know if everyone sees this as well. Is this the case for everyone in this room, that it appears there's no Word symbol and you
Yeah.
can download it, but you can't open it
Yeah.
online?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we did not hear 1507. But
1507?
we did on any proceedings.
We have. That was failed in the spring semester, so it's not in line. This was submitted. We did hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, this was submitted in the spring after the election, and it was failed. If I'm wrong, correct me on that some point soon, I guess, or before the meeting ends, we can go back to it. But yeah, I believe this was submitted by, I don't know if it was Pelton or Isha Khan, but I think it was one of the two of them. I don't know. But we've definitely heard it so far. So let me know if you find that in any of the old drives that I sent out. Okay. So we're back in line for SSB 2024 1515. Ah, this is gonna suck. Okay.
But downloading it is gonna suck.
No, I just have to resave everything and then make a new file for it. But it's fine.
Why did it get corrupted?
I don't know, but it happened to a lot of them, but not all. So we'll see. I'm just gonna make a new file. Okay, you have 5 minutes of presentation whenever you're ready.
All right, this is the goggle resolution, guarantee of Gators giving laboratory equipment. It's a lab goggle drive that we're going to try to implement. I hope we're going to try to do at the end of this semester, but I think there's a chance that we do it at the end of fall. We'll see. But it pretty much details the cost of the goggles that the UF bookstore provides and the necessity of needing them for all of the chemistry labs, and then details the need for a drive to be implemented here. So we're going to talk to the lab directors and try to get it running. And I'm really happy to do it with all my caucus members. It was real fun to write it. So I hope we can get it going. We're going to send out some of these emails so that they the people in the proviso can be updated on its passing, and then we'll continue that communication into implementing the drive. I waive the rest of my time.
All right. We're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. Beginning now.
I see just some I think unless my file is weird, there's just some words that need to be changed. Like the last one says, therefore let it be finally be resolved. Just some small stuff.
Wait, the last one?
The last therefore let it be resolved clause. Also, at the end of your whereas clauses, you put and not that. It's small stuff. I just noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question period.
I know. I meant to say, are you amenable to changing those?
Yeah. Yeah. I want you to. I mean, let's point it out when we get to that point. I do see the let it be finally be resolved. That's the point.
How do you see the goggle drive looking? I'm just curious.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk. Definitely the Gen Chem lab coordinators are the people that we want to talk to, and we're hoping to have a box placed at the chem lab building. Simply, we're thinking of trying to talk to the teachers too in the classrooms at the end of semesters, and maybe getting a box there for goggles, and then we're gonna talk to. I should have said this in my presentation. I'm sorry, but we like the idea of talking to a bunch of at least the pre-health clubs,
Yeah.
so we can facilitate distribution of the goggles at the beginning of the following semester. So there is some details that need to be ironed out with like storage, but I think that we would be able to figure it out. I don't anticipate like 1,000 goggles being donated, so I think would be simple, and I was hoping we could do a summer as a sort of like test drive to see how big it would be here before we amped it up in fall.
Cool.
So I'll be in communication with the caucus. We'll see if we can. Yeah. It's just a busy time of year. Anyway.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How would the goggles be prioritized in the distribution? Like who would
get it?
Yeah, like how
we said first come, first serve.
Okay.
I think that's probably fair. There's no way of like scouting out like economic need really, but that's not too invasive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So first come, first serve is fair. That's how we anticipate doing it.
I have a question really quickly. The last whereas clause.
Yeah.
It says that a lab safety goggle drive of this caliber is yet. Did you not find sources and use that as evidence for this, or did you find a source that said that no one has done a drive?
I think I can't remember why this was. So Megan was like very happy when she found this thing. I think there was no. That's why it's not cited that there was no sources that it had been done. Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to base it off that?
Like as in like there was.
Yeah,
there
like
was
we
no source
looked, that there was. But I can.
For UF or in general?
I mean,
This says that in the SEC, so other schools don't have one.
I just want to know where that came from.
Yeah, I see the issue.
Do you want to give Megan? She's working, but you want to give her a call? I can lay the committee to rest if you want to try giving her a call. Because if
I think the reason she didn't include the citation was that there was not one that was like all encompassing. Like there's nothing that says online there's no lab goggle drive at every other SEC school.
Okay. I would like then, would you be amenable to adding in the first sentence, there is no documentation that reflects the lab safety goggle drive of this caliber has been accomplished by any? Because that just shows that it makes, it shows that there's no sourcing online rather than making a blanket statement.
Yeah. I'm also, it's not like the most important whereas clause at all. So if you think that it's, like the risk that it's not accurate is high, then it's fine if we just strike it.
Would you want to change that whereas clause to say, has UF ever done a lab goggle drive that you know of?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think we looked into it. I don't know. I'm not.
If you find, I think we should strike this clause if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to submit an amendment if you find something saying that this would be like the first UF goggle drive? Or of this caliber?
Yeah, I could think about it. How would that work? If I
That would be, you just submit an amendment before. I'll wait for debate, but
for like right now.
no.
No,
On the,
Like later.
Yeah, by tomorrow.
3 seconds.
Okay, that's fine.
Q&A stuff.
Yeah.
all right, that's good.
Okay. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
Yeah, I'm open to striking it and then submitting an amendment if we find a better way of stating that.
Yeah.
So we can just strike it, and we should fix. I want to hear what Arshawn said about fixing the other things that he saw.
I think it's
Yeah.
okay. Wait, do all okay? This is like
I waive the rest of my time.
But there is no more time.
Okay.
And you can't waive it because it's Q&A.
I thought we were in final privilege.
No, we're debating now.
Oh, wow. Oh, I guess I can read it. Wait, that's cool. Okay.
So,
Sorry, I got confused.
I think it's great. Just you need to fix like.
this should be stricken. There is no source to demonstrate this.
Okay.
And I think it would be better stated in a different way. If you want
Yeah,
to submit an
let me-
amendment before
yeah.
Senate tomorrow, that's verified. I think that's
Yeah,
reasonable.
I'll find. I'll look.
But purely from a
Yeah.
what?
Therefore, clauses
Need to be ended a period.
don't have and after.
Yeah, they need to be periods. I
Yeah.
can say the.
Yeah, basically the things to amend: the title of the last therefore clause, the last and for the whereas clause, change to then.
All the therefore should be periods, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The and from that.
Is it okay? I have just a question about resolutions in general. Can the whereas clauses be multiple sentences within them, or does it all have to be one sentence?
They can be multiple sentences.
Okay, cool.
Some of them are very long sometimes.
Cool.
But yeah.
Okay.
You're saying that these can't be. They can't be a continuous thing. It needs to be a period at the end of each. Therefore.
Yes.
Okay. The last whereas clause. Is that we covered everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we're still in debate, I think.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Actually, no. Therefore clauses do have ands.
Yeah.
Do they?
They do.
I didn't. when
Yeah,
we
they
looked
do.
At the template. It was.
Some ones do.
Some stuff
not. New ones do.
Oh, it's kind of all over the
Changing
place.
with the time.
Okay.
If you read it, it's.
I mean, yeah, I don't think
it
you're wrong.
flows.
That's what I was going on.
Some do and some don't.
Yeah,
is
okay.
what it looks
We don't-
like.
we
The
don't-
ones
have to change
didn't,
that.
but the new ones do. So who cares?
Fair.
It still makes sense.
I mean, it's not.
I mean, I'm not. I don't really care.
I like
about
how
format.
I
I'm
like
not
how
gonna
we
fulfill.
wrote it, but if
No,
I didn't-
I'm not invested in making it a period.
okay,
though.
well,
You're good.
if the
Let's make it.
Chairperson
Let's make it a
sees-
period.
Okay. Never mind.
You can decide not to make the motion. I don't make motions.
All right, yeah.
So
I'm gonna decide not to make that.
sounds good. All right.
But I
will not be.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for final privilege.
Okay. Sorry, I got confused earlier when I thought we were in final privilege. I don't know why I thought you were say that. Let's make the changes. I'll get back to. I'll look at the last one later and see if I can find a better way of wording that, or if we're just gonna keep it cut out. And I'm happy to finally hear this in committee. It's exciting. Now I can wait for the rest of my time.
Cool.
Nice. All right. We're in line for any motions.
Okay. I can do it. I move to strike the final whereas clause in SSP 2024-1515. I move to strike.
Wait.
Oh,
You
by
can make it. You
unanimous
can either
consent.
make it one motion or you can separate.
Oh, can I do that?
Yep.
Okay, and to strike the final B in the title of the final, therefore let it be resolved clause. It says let it be finally be resolved, so that B be striked.
Which B? The first or
The
second?
the second B. Wait.
No.
Let it be finally be resolved. Yeah.
Let it
finally be
the
resolved.
first B. First B. And I'm gonna keep the ands in. So
Just one more change.
I'm gonna by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion
Okay, what was
passes.
the final one?
The final and in the last whereas clause needs to be a then.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you just or What
Nope.
did you say? Can you just say it slowly? Sorry.
The last and the last whereas clause needs to be then.
Then?
Yes.
Okay. I move to make the last and then the last whereas clause of then by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Good sources, by the way. Okay.
How,
Are there any more motions at this time?
how would we feel about, because my roommate's coming soon to pick me up so that I can move in. How do we feel about maybe,
Yeah. When do you need to leave by?
Oh, sorry. I mean, I just have an essay to write tonight for final paper.
Okay.
So it's just.
How much time do you have?
I have like 10, 20 minutes.
Can I
Yeah, finish. Yep.
Okay. I move to pass SSB 2024-1515 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, sorry, let me fix this file.
Sorry it's messed up. I thought it was fine.
Yeah. Do you want to move us into that one?
You're asking me if it's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I motion to read SSB 1529 to consider SSB 1529 by unanimous consent.
Okay, are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Is another one of the other ones?
Okay. 5 minutes presentation, whenever you're ready.
All right. So.
Nice comments, by the way.
Basically, so for those of you who probably don't know, I'm graduating this summer, and I was in IA since I got admitted as a freshman. And basically, there's a couple different admission paths: IA, PACE, straight up UF Online. And basically, IA is a very weird program, and there's frankly, there's a lot of issues with it, and it's so many that it's you can't really try to fit it all into one resolution. But basically, one of the biggest issues with IA is that when you get admitted, the only difference between IA and regular admission is that during your time at UF, there's two main things. Number one, you have to minor in IA. You cannot drop that minor.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't. There's not an option, and there's very strict on. You can only be in the IA majors. It's a lot of majors, so it just doesn't really matter. But basically, the point is that every fall you can take as many classes as you want, but they have to be online. But when you get admitted, obviously you get admitted in February, which is a decision date for UF, and they're like, oh, well, you can come. They invite you to Gainesville for your first fall, and they have you register for these classes 2 or 3 months after you get admitted. But they don't tell you that they for some reason, they put you down as a non-degree seeking student your first fall, which is absurd. And that actually denies you any form of aid at all. And so I sent in my FAFSA, got nothing. And I'm sitting here okay, I can't get any loans, I can't get any scholarships. So then I actually got a private loan approved from Discover Student Loans, sent to the school, and the school reneged it, and Discover was yeah, it says you're not a degree-seeking student. And all Discover needed from the financial aid office to give me the loan, the private money that I got approved for, was just UF saying that I'm going to get enrolled to get a degree, and they wouldn't say that. And it caused me so many issues. And basically, I went to the IA advisors and begged them for some sort of workaround, and they basically were like, "What are you gonna do about it?" Now, let me be very clear. This is not at all a personal vendetta. This was 4 years ago. I don't really care. But basically, these are issues that everyone deals with, and it's not really brought to light in any way, shape, or form. And I know that the school may have their reasons. I'm sure they do. But it's more of this resolution is kind of supposed to be hey. Love the program, love the idea, but this is something that on some level, you guys need to at least look into it. And that's all it's saying.
Okay.
All right. Do you waive the rest of your
Yeah, I
time?
waive the rest of my time.
Awesome. Now on for 5 minutes of Q&A.
Yeah, man. I've had to deal with the financial office for this school. It's such a chore. It's not fun. And is this something that all IA students have to deal with? It just you're not a degree-seeking student.
Yeah, your first fall, you're not a degree-seeking student. And they just amended it. It's when I did it, you could take up to 6 credits online.
Right.
Now it's up to 11. So you can take up to 11 credits in the fall, and you're not a degree-seeking student.
And so this is not made apparent to students who have been admitted through IA?
No.
Wow, cool.
It's made apparent when you don't get any money. And then,
Does you have like state a reason why they consider IA non-degree seeking?
I could never get a reason. I mean, the closest thing I got to a reason was obviously you cannot take in-person classes unless you file a petition during the fall. But it was like it still was illogical because obviously you're degree seeking at that point.
You're still enrolled.
So literally, in the classes that you can take are only online that you would take anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just it seemed more of a we did it this way because it's easier for us, and we don't really care how it. That's kind of the interpretation I got.
Go ahead.
Have you met with administrators discussing this?
Yeah, I mean, I met with financial aid administrator when I was not a senator, and I met with at the time the assistant director of IA. I mean, essentially, there is not a good answer that I got from any of them about it, and there also were not. Again, I wasn't a senator at that time, but they were not willing to. It was very much a sucks to be you kind of response, and my situation may be a little bit different because I rely on Bright Futures and some student loans to get through school because I'm a single mom. I like have zero family money.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe for a lot of UF kids, it doesn't matter. They don't care, but you know, for a lot of people, it does matter.
I have a question. Now that you're a senator, did you talk to them about this resolution and like the fact that you want them, like for there to be some more transparency?
Yeah, man, I sent it to the IA advisor, and he just sent me back a thumbs up. Sorry, the IA director, and he sent me back a thumbs up.
Okay.
So like that, that's literally the response that you get, and like it didn't matter, like whether or not I was just a Joe Schmo student or like sent him like my email with like my official like student government senator shit, like same thing, like same response. In fact, probably worse, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
How much time is left?
2 minutes.
Okay. Are there any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate, beginning now. Yeah, so dealing with this stuff, I am going to point out it's probably not UF. It's probably state funding requirements. They're, in general, not very nice with their funding. I've had issues as well. So this is a great resolution. I didn't know this. Bringing attention to it's a good idea. This is almost something you should go to the state to lobby for, because I know this is probably a Florida Department of Education issue.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that, you know, had I had my ducks in a row prior, like I would have definitely gotten involved in SG sooner than like my last semester of my senior year. But like essentially, I'm trying to kind of get the ball rolling on these issues, and then like hopefully another senator who is an IA younger than me can kind of keep, like Aaron pointed out, like go to DOE and just kind of keep the ball rolling on these issues.
Yeah, I should point out you can't really speak.
We are in debate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
no.
That's my bad. Thanks for pointing that out. But yeah, so, but I do think this is good. There's one,
The last then.
there needs to be a then. There's also, I have a question on the second to last whereas clause. Does that come from a source? This you can answer it in final privilege, but I'm just wondering where that came from. Some of these, the sourcing looks good, except for that one. Some of these don't need sources. Quotes look good. Yeah, it's this is well written. Formatting is very good, and it's an important topic because it's difficult to understand the implications of enrollment on financial aid.
Yeah, I think even if this is not specifically like a UF issue, it's still no reason not to pass this.
Yeah, and I also want to just address this. You can respond in final privilege. There is something in the proviso. It says Vice President for Enrollment Management, comma. I don't know if there's supposed to be a name there. But if there isn't, I'm planning on striking it because it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, but other than that, I think this is a well-written resolution and addresses a need. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, file privilege.
All right, I'll unseal my lips now. So as far as the second to last whereas clause, so that was also something that Julia kind of asked me because she kind of helped look this over. So basically, it's not necessarily like there's not a source, but what it is like obviously if you're not a degree seeking student, like my degree audit prior to the first spring literally just was like no degree. So like they did have to put in those credits into my degree audit once I became a degree seeking student. So that's not, I don't want to, obviously none of this, that's why we have sourcing. You don't want to call any of it common sense, but that's more of like a, it's like if you're not degree seeking, therefore they would have to once you get converted to a degree seeking student. And as far as the proviso, so that Dr. Mary G. Parker, she's the VP of Enrollment Management and the CES. So it should be, those are both of her titles.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
And also, I appreciate you guys supporting it.
Do you
Do we?
wave your
Yes.
hand?
We're now in line for any motions at this time.
I move to amend SSB 2024-1529 within the proviso to remove the comma between Vice President for Enrollment Management and Chief Enrollment Strategist and replace it with an and.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to amend SB 2024-1529 and replace the last whereas clause the and change it to a then. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to pass SB 2024-1529 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Nice.
Thank you for coming.
You.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, to face the committee. I would thank you guys.
You have a question?
If we have time, I can shed some more light on that issue.
I'll let the committee rest. Yeah, just really quickly. Go for it.
Yeah, I was accepted to the Innovation Academy following my senior year of high school. I ended up choosing Florida Poly because I learned about this issue. For the Innovation Academy, first fall, students aren't yet enrolled. They've been accepted into the university, but their first term officially starts in spring. Innovation Academy's regular terms are spring, summer, and then they have fall off for internships or whatever else, just like normal students do during fall and spring, they have summer off. So because they're not yet enrolled as full-time students, the Innovation Academy gives them students the opportunity to sort of jumpstart their educational background, yada, 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 and they're considered transient students. Meaning, while they can take classes at UF, they can also take it at other universities with that regular, sometimes in-state tuition rate, even if they're not in-state students, which is really beneficial, or community colleges and so on. And transient students are considered non-degree seeking students because they're not yet full-time students at the university. Like if you're a transient student taking summer classes at another university, you're not a degree-seeking student at that university, but those credits still count towards your degree whenever you do transfer them into your university.
Yeah, no, that's correct. I mean, a caveat to that though is that so to get federal financial aid, you just have to be enrolled in 600 hours.
Right.
So you obviously, like people that go to school part-time, like are degree seeking and they're only enrolled in 6 or 9 or apparently now you could take 11 first fall classes. I mean, then they also made it clear to me that if I were to say go enroll in Santa Fe as an AA student, in order to get some sort of aid to bridge me, because I was working full-time that first fall, but I made $14 an hour working for the clerk of court. I've since gotten much more money because I was not going to make that. But like I had to have some supplement, of a supplemental income in the form of loans. But yeah, I mean, I tried to go the Santa Fe route, and they also told me like, yeah, you can't do that. So
Yeah,
it's just very like it's a catch-22, and I would not have signed a lease and moved to Gainesville had that been made clear to me well in advance.
Same, we checked Reddit.
You know, not just like when my loans were getting kicked back.
This is definitely something that like fully needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've wasted enough of y'all's time.
No. It's appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I hear you.
I appreciate it.
All right. See you later. All right.
Oh, right. I moved to hear SSB 2024-1541 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. You have 5 minutes to present whenever you are ready.
All right, guys, what's up? So we all know the on-campus markets, right? Those things kind of suck. They're super expensive, and they low-key have like a monopoly over students on campus, just in terms of convenience. They're overpriced above all of the nearby off-campus options, and a lot of times students just rely on them to get food. Some students don't live by a dining hall, and so like that's honestly the market by their residence hall is like a major source of food for them, and it's like overpriced. It's ridiculous. So I did some digging. I talked to a lot of people in administration, and what I found is that not only are prices high, but they're set to keep getting higher. The provisions that are in place to mitigate the high prices of on-campus markets come from meal plans, and so as meal plans get more expensive, then these provisions become less accessible, and people are less able to then afford the things in the markets. And the main thing with that is that it's difficult for students to then just get a normal meal when they need to from one of these markets. So I spoke with administration, and the solution that we came together on was to talk to the on-campus caterer Chartwells and have them implement a $7.25 retail equivalency sort of like meal deal, where basically a student would be able to purchase a main/sandwich, chips or side, and a drink for $7.25. And what that does is it allows students with a meal plan to then use the retail equivalency for what it's intended for, which is a full meal, which you can't afford for $7.25 in markets as it currently stands. And then also for students without a meal plan, it offers them an affordable meal, far more affordable than is available almost anywhere else on campus. So yeah, that's my resolution. I waived my time.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. Okay, you have some statistics in here. Where are they from?
Point me to which ones. I'll let you know.
4.5% this year and 2.35% every subsequent year for the next 10 years.
That is directly from the contract. Not sure how I would cite that, but
Is there an online version of the contract?
it was sent to me. So
Is that like open?
Yeah. Is that public?
it should be. I can double check and ask.
What is the number of this?
41.
41.
That would need a source for this.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
you
I
have a
can-
very detailed whereas classes, but there's not sources.
Yeah. So that's the one thing. Is the things from the contract. Like, I just need to make sure that it's okay that I attach it to this.
Yep.
But in terms of just disseminating information, at the very least, they said that was fine. People with administration.
Could you are you aware at this time if you're allowed to like attach the contract? Like, is that public?
Could he cite it without the link? Like just like a.
Yeah.
No. We've never allowed that before, I don't think. Usually it has to be online.
Contract between who and who?
So it's
You can't speak. I'm going to give you a warning.
So
Sorry.
yeah, let me pull it up. It's the contract. Honestly, this comes from 3 separate documents. One is the contract between the university and Chartwell's. The other is the scope of work for Chartwell's on campus, part 1, and the other is the scope of work for Chartwell's on campus, part 2. Okay.
What I'm going to recommend, if you don't know if you can attach, this is Q&A, never mind. Would you be amenable to striking those clauses? And then if you can find out that that could be cited, adding them back?
I would be amenable to striking the statistics part and saying contractually set to rise, and then re-adding the statistics, if that would work. Or if it's just that entire statement, if that's a huge issue, then sure. I'd be amenable to that.
Where did you find the information on 725? That you just went there?
What do you mean?
There is currently
It's how much we're talking about.
$7.25 is what's afforded to students that have meal plans daily. It's meant to be used in like on-campus stores too.
Yeah. Where did you find that there is no established deal? If that's from going there, that's fine.
The Business Services Director of Administration and Finance, Robin Stewart, in an interview.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. That's okay. Are there any more questions?
This is the meal deal, I guess, like the sandwich, drink, and the side.
Yeah.
That's for everyone, right? Not just meal plan.
No, it would be for everyone.
Okay.
It's just set at $7.25, so then it's
That's
also
like the comparison.
convenient
Okay.
for meal plans.
All right, are there more questions? Seeing none, now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I think like as we talked
Also,
about.
am I allowed to talk in debate?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think like kind of what the vibe is like. There's just not sources, and that's kind of my only thing with this. I don't know what we want to do. I could maybe see like what we did with Hunter, where like we pass it and then we make room for like an amendment once if Alex goes to see if he can attach that and then amend to add the sources. Would that be a good
Like
idea?
striking it and then passing it.
We could strike it, or we could like pass it as is and then expect Alex to make an amendment before the meeting to like after it's disclosed if he can do it with sources and stuff, or we could strike it so it could still go on.
We probably should strike it so that and then pass it when we have the statistics. It's probably good precedent to let stuff go through.
Yes. Yes. I will say, I think it's okay. If anyone has an issue with it, let me know. It's the whereas clause that says, according to a personal interview. I think for personal interviews, if there's no documentation necessarily, I think it's okay to include statements such as that.
Can you say which one?
Where does it say
Yeah, I don't know.
Whereas prices within, it's like the
I
fifth.
found it. Continue to rise.
Oh.
Yeah. According to a personal interview. I think that's fine. There are no statistics in there to be verified, and it's a statement from a relevant individual. But as for the biggest issue I have are with these two. Was this $7.25 a day from that interview as well?
I think you can find that.
There's
from
definitely
just the
you could
meal
definitely
plan.
find this online.
Look for that. Look for that right now. Look for that because right now I have problems with two clauses, the two whereas clauses that have numbers in them.
Yeah.
$7.25 a day and 4.5%, whatever.
I will say from personal experience, like if you've had a meal plan, it's always $7.25 a day that you're allowed to use a meal swipe for in like a store.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I found the sources.
But I think you could honestly probably find out on like.
Yeah, I just found that.
Yep, found it too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
You're amenable to adding this source. I have the link
Yes,
myself, so I can just copy it over.
For sure.
That's fine. I no longer have a problem with that clause.
For the other thing, do we want to strike the entire clause or just the specific statistics for the 4.5?
I think it makes sense to like strike the entire clause because I'm still saying like contractually, and
and
I
there's
don't
no
have
source
the
for that.
the contract to back it.
Okay.
I think if they're letting you include the data, they're not going to say that it's not okay to cite it.
It's just like
I
in case there's
formality.
some like crazy issue with
Yeah,
it.
I see why you
Yeah,
have
I
to.
can see
Yeah,
maybe
'cause
contract
it's
being
not
like
online.
I don't anticipate
No,
you not
it's
being
not.
able to amend this and put it back in because that obviously it's a good thing to
Yeah.
have included. So.
I feel like it's just very strong evidence for my.
This is also just great, by the way. This would be really if you could get some changes to make this would be really.
Yeah.
They said that it was like super feasible.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
so
great. That's great.
There's non-zero chance.
Because it is so expensive.
Yeah, and
Those
then
markets are so.
Meal
Yeah.
plans are so like
and it
not
also
good.
includes the oh my god, what's it called? Available substitutions for dietary restrictions, which is amazing.
Yeah, I would love that.
At the very least, like we talked about doing trial runs for the program within markets attached to residence halls, which would be the main point
Oh,
of it
yeah.
Okay.
anyways.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Okay. We are now in line for final privilege.
I've been working all summer on this. This was a really big deep dive into something that affected me a lot in my residence hall. Watch out. And I'm just excited to see if I can get this thing off the ground. That's it.
Great.
Wait my time.
Motions?
Yeah, okay. I moved. I was waiting for you to say that.
Okay.
I moved to strike the. I moved to amend to SB 1541 and strike the whereas clause that states the 4.5%. The entire clause that states 4.5% this year. So from whereas to, and okay, that doesn't really help. But that clause, by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Do
I found
For
the
the
source, so
source.
you can just say. Do I hear a motion to amend 1541 to add the source included by Judiciary Chairman Rubai and the citation number 2 in the whereas clause that initially states the $725 a day?
so moved.
By unanimous consent. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Awesome. I think that's all we need to.
All right, great. I move to pass SSB 2024-1541 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Awesome.
That's huge.
Okay.
I have to go, guys.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't want to be a sponsor.
Already passed. Just add yourself on the floor. It's fine. Okay. We are in line for. Okay.
So many resolutions.
We have
Two acts,
20
5 resolutions,
minutes.
6 code revisions, yeah.
Yeah, we have 20 minutes. Let's go
There's
to
a couple code revisions.
let's go to code revisions. That's fine. Okay.
What would we been have been in 15-17?
We'd be in line for 1516. When is 1517?
No, I'm 15-22. I want to do it today. But it's,
Okay.
let's do
When
it.
should I make a motion? Some resolutions in a block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really cannot.
Aaron?
I can't make any motions.
Should we?
Every
think about it.
Should we just do all the resolutions in a block?
I mean, that is a motion you can make.
I just want to hear.
No, no.
I know.
Fresh
Because that's a
starts.
fire.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
So, yeah, like, I'll just show you.
Because
I heard you did.
a lot of these people are
Bye.
here for just the
Working,
summer.
I refresh.
And new situations.
Okay.
arise.
I'm moved. Do I hear a motion to recess
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
5 minutes or until call back by the chair by unanimous consent?
So moved.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. I call this meeting back to order at 4:23 p.m. on Sunday, July 28th, 2024. May members of the committee please state their name for the record. Aaron Weinberger.
Sorry. Jackson Ranson.
Adriana Sena.
Arshan Foster.
Aaron Rubai is chair. Senator Monson is clerk. And any other members of the public, please state their name for the record.
Antonio Hendricks.
Senator Hendricks.
I write Senator with two names.
All right, we are now in line for SSB 2024-1516, and it actually does work. So,
Awesome.
okay. Now in line for you are a sponsor.
What was this one?
Updated Career Week website,
Which number was that?
1516.
1516. Sounds good. Oh, awesome.
You
I
could
actually
5 minutes
can't
presentation.
believe that.
Also, I will advise everyone that possibly we should keep everything slightly shorter if possible. Now I know there are times we can't do that, but I do want to get through as much as possible. Okay, 5 minutes whenever you're ready. Who's on the timer?
I can do it. I haven't done
Nice.
that before. So.
Bang. Okay.
Give me 1 second. Just to pull. Okay. Ready.
You're good?
Go for it.
Okay, I'll be as short as I can. But yes, these some replacements came to me about just bigger career options. They were focusing a little bit towards like engineering because that's what they both are. But they just wanted to talk about Career Connection Center as a whole, and I guess the accessibility of it, and it just being up to date because currently it is out of date. That's what they showed me. They showed me some numbers, and I was like, stuff that hasn't been updated for like the last 8 months. So they wrote this resolution in response to that, and I think it's simple, but it does its job. So I wait the rest of my time.
We're now in line for 5 minutes of Q&A.
Can you talk a little bit about what it does?
It just is updating the Career Connection Center website. Think of it how we complain about the SU website. People that are just students complain about the Career Connection website because it's just out of date. It's people looking for jobs, internship opportunities, etc. So
Just like
it's just updating.
further clarifying who's going to be at the week.
Yeah, and as it mentions in the last whereas clause, it's the next career week is very soon, and I feel like incoming freshmen, as well as people rising as upperclassmen, should have the ability to have an updated website with the new, I guess, semester rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
All right.
Did I even push it?
This all the facts are cited. And there's this is a fairly simple resolution that I think is very good. Well, we're in line for 5 minutes of debate.
Okay.
This is fairly simple. I think it looks very good. Everything's cited. Did you write the proviso? I know you can't answer that now, but the proviso looks good. I'm very impressed with it. I don't know what half of these positions do, but they sound like they actually are associated with the resolution. Yeah, I think this looks great. Is there any more debate?
I agree.
Yeah, I want
I didn't know it was an issue, but I'm happy that it's brought to light, so that's good. Good on these two people. Hopefully you can tell them that we liked it.
All right. Is there any more debate? Seeing none. Final privilege.
I actually did help in the proviso. It was a bit longer. It was a bit longer before, and I was like, all right, y'all, we need to chop it down a little bit. Granted, I only know a fraction of what these positions do and who they are, but I did minimal research to see who seems like they should be getting this, and my opinion, based off titles and the websites that I looked through really quickly, it makes sense. Yeah, I waive.
Cool. All right. Are there any motions at this time?
I move to pass SB 2024-1516. Fine, and
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're now in line for SSB 1517. Okay, before we even start, someone needs to change this title to not be all caps. I hate when people do that. I hate it.
It's funny.
It happens to more than I want it to.
It's funny from Anthony. Yeah, also the
I
years
do
in there.
want to say, obviously, I want this to keep through because I like it, but I have passed something very similar in the past.
Really?
Yes. It's like, I don't want to diminish this because it's an important issue, but it has been passed. Something very similar. Granted, it was a specific bus stop, but it did address seating. Granted, I as an individual support the idea.
Okay, the first, therefore, the
Okay,
clause-
we're in line for 5 minutes of debate. Sorry now. No, it's okay.
The first, therefore, clause I think is worded weird.
I agree. There also has to be a then in the last whereas clause.
Yeah.
Sourcing actually looks good.
Do we want to pull up the
So I'm gonna point. So
the
okay.
resolution that he was talking about? No, it's
No,
fine.
so-
If it's different, then it's fine.
It only matters if it failed. Usually, there's for resolutions,
Okay.
similarity isn't a huge issue.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
a lot of the times, like we pass things that were almost exactly the same as what we passed in previous semesters. It's not.
Okay, I don't know what to
It's
say.
Don't make me give you a warning. Don't make me do it. Okay. Um,
20 seconds. 'cause it's
Early
kinda
committee
fun.
arrest for 20
Also-
seconds, beginning now.
Yeah, in regards to similarity thing, I passed dance room resolution back in like early spring. I saw Prius did the exact same thing a few months later. I was like, dude, just contact me. It's like I've been working on this. But yes, I was like, obviously, as the prior person, I support the idea. Good job,
Cool.
Anthony.
Okay.
Do you want to be a sponsor?
I'll be a sponsor. Why not?
Can we just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
Also, actually, I feel like since
I'm
I'm
out there
still,
now.
there
No,
is
you
a better
You can't do
person
that.
for the proviso than the person that they have, because we do have a new TAPS director rather than an associate director. So
Oh.
I'm gonna ask you for that name later on. Yeah, I could reword the first therefore.
Okay. I just think cannot be overstated. It does need to be there.
Yeah. Is there any more debate?
Well,
Seeing none, we're out.
do you have anything we need to amend other than?
Yes, I'm just gonna make a string
You're
of
gonna do it?
amendments.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. We're now in line for any motion at this time. Do I hear a motion to amend 1517 to change the first therefore clause to state that the University of Florida Student Senate recognizes the importance of our off-campus community, off-campus student community, and in the final therefore clause to state that the University of Florida Student Senate urges the University of Florida administration, and to change in the proviso Associate Director of Operations Ron Fuller to the name that will be indicated in the, we'll just say it out loud.
Senior Director Will MacDonald. MacDonald spelled MacDonald, not like the food.
I'm gonna have you spell that again later, but okay. And to change the last and in the final therefore the last and in the final whereas clause to the word then by unanimous consent.
So moved.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I'm glad.
Senior Director what?
Will, and then MacDonald, M-A-C, and then Donald.
Is D capitalized?
I actually don't know because it just is in all caps.
Do you
Probably,
need
yeah. If I had to guess.
Wait, I move to amend for the title. I move to amend 1517 to make the title not all uppercase and make it normal. Is that okay, word?
Yeah.
My name is consent.
Also, I think we did.
Oh,
I already did.
You did?
Okay.
That's clerical. I can do that.
Cool.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I'm actually gonna see if it's capital D or not.
When I was tabling with Anthony, he asked me if we heard his bill yet, and I was like, no, I'm
It
sorry.
is a capital
I'll make
D.
sure it happens.
Got it.
William
I need to
and
do
MacDonald.
It is capitalized.
It is.
William?
Yes. He goes by Will on the website though. So.
I'm just putting it as William. Never mind, I'm not. Okay.
This is him. It's the jolly old new soul.
Ah.
Looks a little scary if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, are there any more motions at this time?
Oh, I move to pass 1517. My name is consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're now in line for SSB 2024-1518. Okay. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Okay, I'm going to speak on this because as a chamber we messed up. I don't know if anyone else is aware of this. There was a bill passed that was authored by our student body VP, and Senate missed an error in that, which is SGDPC should not include ISA, I believe. I think the intent was wrong. It was supposed to be IRA, but IRA is not a community organization, so that needs to be stricken in general. These other ones are outlined specifically, so adding these other organizations isn't actually what we wanted to do. It's more so the summer meeting times. So yeah, this, I think we should table this because like I've spoken to Laura and she realized that I forgot to amend it because we were all caught up with other things. And anyway, so I think we should table this because this is starting us down a path of adding every cultural organization, which wasn't the intent of the initial bill. I know why this was submitted and that it's in response to something that shouldn't have happened. Yes. Is there any debate? Seeing none, any motions at this time?
Sorry, I moved to table 1518 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're now in line for 1519. All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. Beginning now. I need some water. Yeah, I'll take it.
Should I start? Should I not start it?
I don't know. Have to start it. Okay. You can just read it during debate. That's fine.
I'm gonna do it on my. I'm gonna do it on this. So it just started. It was 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, the last and needs to be changed to then for the whereas.
The sourcing is wrong.
The sourcing is weird.
Yeah. This is going to happen to the next, 20. So. There's an extra comma in the
It just
proviso.
doesn't say where the donation bins are going to be put, and then how it's going to be distributed.
Sorry, I need to read through this whole thing.
Jackson, do you want to use my iPad to look at stuff?
Hmm?
Do I use my iPad to look at bills?
It's only the corrupted ones that come up wrong. I have all the other ones that are on Word.
Cool.
Oh, they're about to all be corrupted.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the sourcing is weird.
True.
Excuse me.
Don't the. I know this isn't that big of a deal, but shouldn't the citations be moved?
Yes, that's what I was talking about, yeah.
Oh, you said that.
In the final, therefore let it be resolved. I don't see the point of giving giving the donations back to the UF surplus if the point is to have
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh, the
She's saying the
using it as a
surplus is they're still selling it even if it's at a discount rate. So having donations removes that financial burden, right? But then it's saying, okay, whatever's left over, we're gonna give it to the U.S. surplus.
Based off of what this bill is trying to do, I like it. I like the idea.
Yeah.
I wish there was someone here to talk on it because
Yeah,
I feel like
it's just we're lacking a lot of details.
yeah, I feel like we
don't
get a
know
lot
where-
more of the intent and stuff if there's someone here and details. But as is, I don't know.
Should we table it and then talk to her and see if she wants to put any?
Julie's here. She's an RN.
Oh, yeah.
The service cabinet chair.
RN.
I meant Mia.
I know, but I'm saying she's a sponsor.
Yeah,
so she
yeah,
would-
yeah. We could table it and if Julia comes,
I
we could
just have
talk to
some
her.
questions on
Julia could speak on it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see if she wants to?
They're probably busy.
Yeah, they're interviewing.
Oh, they're interviewing right now.
We can ask later though, because when they get out, we'll just ask. Yeah, I think we should table this until Julia gets out of the meeting.
I agree.
All right. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, now on for any motions.
Go ahead.
I move to table SSP 2024-1519 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Now in line for 22.
Every time it's mine.
Whoa.
There's been other files that are corrupted too. You don't have to be.
No, I was like, where are the other two go? We passed them at the last meeting. Well, I wasn't saying that because yours. Actually, I was. You specifically can't submit Word documents.
This one's so sad.
I would mess it up though, actually.
Okay. We're now in line for SSP 2024-1522.
I'll time myself.
Yep, you have 5 minutes of presentation, whatever.
Resolution, love this resolution.
Okay,
You're
starting
ready.
now. Well, I'll go quick. So, this was awesome writing it. It was bipartisan. We worked with a lot of people, including Senator Monson. We included a lot of facts about being healthy, and when the idea behind it is that we're going to do maybe a series, at least one, but hopefully a series of tabling events that share these like helpful habits with the student body. There's a ton of awesome sources, like very well cited, I think, in my opinion. But I guess we could talk about it in debate. And yeah, I'll wait so we can go through it quickly. But this is like super well researched, and we're also in communication with. Let me just say it really quickly so I don't have to. It's the cabinet directors of first year experience and health affairs, I believe. Those are the two. So we've been texting them to set up a meeting time, and with that, I'll waive the rest of my time.
Online for 5 minutes of Q&A.
Oh my God, Danny, how did you think of this? Incredible. Yeah. Well, I've worked with a lot of other senators, and it was really just an awesome group effort. So yeah.
Technically, there's nothing wrong with him asking himself questions. I was waiting. I was like, maybe I can give a warning for that, but I can't.
Danny, can you play guitar right now for everyone?
I don't know, Danny. I can answer the questions.
All right. Go out of Q&A.
I'm just reading it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't even start the time. Sorry.
Do you think students have trouble wearing backpacks?
Listen.
It's interesting.
Read it. I mean, personally,
We didn't write it. We're the ones who wrote it.
personally, I think there's a lot of the other issues are more important than the backpack wearing. But why? What's the harm?
student thing.
What's the harm of including that?
I
If
think-
students
Okay,
want to hear
I
about it,
No,
they can hear
there's
about
no
it.
harm in that. I'm just
I
asking
think you're
if people wear backpacks wrong.
Personally, I think there's
They
probably
put
not.
too many like their books in it.
It's really
Would you
funny
use the
outlining-
chest strap?
Would I use this?
Would you personally, Danny Weinberger, use the chest strap?
Just kidding.
Or people that use tote bags.
I like my crossbody.
Yeah.
That's
I would
nice.
use
Tote bag.
probably use a tote bag before I use the chest strap.
I love like including all the instructions of how to use the backpack within the WordS class, just in case the students reading
What's
this.
that, Megan's class?
I don't probably.
I think it was Megan.
She really was like into it. She is
She's in the cleaning
she's
water.
all into the APK and like mechanics of like body and stuff. Seems like so. Anyway, what were you
Good
gonna say?
question. He looks like it. He's ready.
It's okay.
You can feel it.
Rip it.
Never mind. It's fine.
You should read these
It actually-
caffeine intake ones.
That's what I was reading right
Yeah,
now,
right
actually.
now.
That's what I was talking about.
So when you consume, wait,
I
I'm
have-
asking, Danny, should I consume 12 V8s in one
We're
day?
debating.
No, you shouldn't.
Well,
Chairperson,
12.
Chairperson, Rubai,
It's okay.
Chairman Rubai, you should be drinking
all the time.
the recommended daily value, which is not 400 milligrams of caffeine.
Does it recommend a number of specific Diet Cokes that you should consume in one day?
Okay, it's not in this resolution. It's the next one we're doing. All right, let's keep going.
See, the upper limit's 400 milligrams. Okay, we're now in line for... Is there any more questions?
No.
Okay, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
Okay. I really like this. Look at all
This,
this.
this is actually the best written resolution I've seen in a long time.
We had a lot of fun.
This is a very good
writing it.
resolution.
A lot of
Like an hour.
everyone's point was well researched because we only had a couple that we all focused on. So, and then we worked together to make sure it flowed. I actually had I had some notes that I wanted to amend some of the wording.
There's some typos, but it's like not serious.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it now. So
The
second, therefore, it needs to be reworded. So recognizes. Sorry. Okay, meeting needs to be meet, and ensuring needs to be ensure. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
the second whereas clause.
There's also this
Yeah.
really funny thing that the therefore let it be finally be resolved.
Oh my god. Okay, that wasn't me.
Clearly. Okay. Yeah, those are minor changes. The sourcing is phenomenal. This
Yes.
is insane.
Yes, it is.
Insane source
So-
list, and they're
it's
good
so-
sources too, except for the one blog, but it's fine. We're
Who
allowed to
did
use
the blog?
blogs. Why you should clean your water bottle.
Oh,
QA
Megan.
with Dr.
Megan.
I love Megan, bro.
She's working right now. Dude, the 12-hour shifts are crazy.
Okay, but the blog is from a professor of medicine and infectious diseases.
Ooh.
Money.
Nice.
Damn.
There's
Yes.
wait the someone cited the same blog twice. I will point that out.
Wait.
There's a different URL, so it's fine, but it is the same blog. It's Yuriko Fukuda both times. Different. Yep, it's fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay.
Is there any more debate?
No.
Seeing none, final privilege.
Okay. I'll make the changes that we just talked about, and I'm happy to see this pass. And thank you for the commentary. Yeah, let's go.
It's my final privilege moment. That was what I wanted to give.
Oh, you get to talk. I
Yes, you
forgot.
get to talk.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Kind
you
of this.
SMH. I wanted to talk about how awesome it was.
I'm sorry.
It's
Final
great.
privilege. Here.
It's great. We talked about a lot of great sources. Megan really liked cleaning water bottles. He likes sleep. Talked
Does he
about
like sleep?
Other things, I think vitamins. I talked about vitamins a
Yeah.
lot. Anyways, yeah, that was chill. Awesome. Do you have anything else to add, Mr. Final Privilege?
No. Yeah, I agree with you. It was awesome. Everyone, we had a couple of things we wanted to talk about, and then we actually branched out and added a bunch more things that we thought would be helpful and fun to read about and could promote good, healthy habits and everything. So I think it came together really well. Okay. I waved. Do you want to also wave?
I wave.
Okay. Are there any motions at this time?
Yeah, I moved to amend SSB 1522 to change meeting and ensuring to meet and ensure in the second therefore clause, and then to strike the first B in the last therefore clause. And I think that's it. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Do I hear a motion to add the following names to the sponsors line?
Oh.
Judiciary Chairman Aaron Rubai.
Yeah, I'd be able to.
Okay, cool. State your name, so it's.
Arshan follows through. Cinder follows through.
Is everyone else on it?
No.
Would you like to be?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me save this somehow. Wait, is this is one of the non-messed up ones?
This is a
This is a messed up one.
Shoot. Oh, you put Senator.
Jackson, do you want to be on it?
Yeah.
You see Bennett in the author line? Aaron?
Hmm?
You see Bennett in the author line? Bennett.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
He wrote like a paragraph. He was like three sentences long. Like it was good.
Okay. By unanimous
Sorry.
consent. Wait, that was so moved, right?
Yeah.
So
So moved.
Okay. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to amend this 1522, but just changing in the fifth whereas clause, changing nation to national for library of medicine, and in the sixth whereas clause, changing weight to waist by unanimous consent. It says if there is a weight or chest strap.
Can you tell me where that is? Sorry. I'll
It's
say
the
it again.
fifth and sixth whereas clause. So 5th whereas clause changing nation library of medicine to national library of medicine, and
Okay.
6 changing if there is a weight or chest strap, a waist or chest strap.
I see.
You see?
Yep.
By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Is that all the changes?
Let's just take a quick. I think so.
Oh, did we change the proviso? Oh wait, that was the last one. Never mind.
I think it looks good.
Would
We
anyone
did
like
the
to
D.
make the motion?
Yeah, I will. I just want to make sure it looks good. Okay. I move to pass SSP 2024-1522 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Let's go.
Fresh starts, fresh habits.
Let's go. Thank you for your help.
Thank you, Chair.
No.
We're now in line for SSB 2024-1523. Man, there's a lot of
Yelling
legislation.
at you.
There's so much.
Yelling at
We gotta
you.
move a little quicker.
Yeah, we do.
2, 3.
Formatting.
Debate.
No, we're not, actually. You got to present.
Oh my god! Let's sponsor. Wait, I need to read this. Matthew Van
I'm going to fix the formatting. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So this was brought by Senator Van Wert, who is part of the J School. And so, I mean, okay, I don't have much more to present other than what's like obvious by reading it, but it's about endorsing the creation of an immersion experience day by the College of Journalism. It's just like helping J School students have like closer to like firsthand experiences working in the field through the J School, and that we endorsed that idea and that we want it to happen. But I feel free to read through it and see if there's any like edits that need to be made, because I haven't read through it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Do you want to wave so we can go into Q&A?
Oh, yeah,
and we
sorry,
can
I
talk
waved.
about anything we see.
I wave.
Now in line for Q&A.
Okay, so I think you said you're already doing the formatting, but do we have to amend that, like those cutting out this sources thing and?
No.
Yeah, there's also
You don't have to, you're gonna just do that.
Yes, that's technically clerical.
Okay, sounds good.
Do you want to just go into debate?
Are there any questions?
I want to just like really quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're
Just
fine.
take a couple seconds.
So there's nothing in the J school, if you know, similar to this.
Honestly, I'm not very familiar, but I don't think so. From what I know, when I talked to Senator, because it was mostly his bill, he just had me sponsor it. There isn't, and he like researched this pretty well. Like he's done a lot in the J school,
Yeah.
and so, and if he wouldn't have made this if there wasn't
Yeah.
already there.
But this isn't like. Oh my god. This isn't like a career fair. This is like something else, right?
Yeah, it's like immersion experience day, which I'm still.
And
so
it's a day.
yeah, so
Like
it
one
says
day of
immersion experiences provide real-world tangible experience in a variety of journalistic fields, and so I think it's just like I'm imagining that there may be like connection days, like we talked about before with like career connections, but there may not be days devoted to like getting students experience like this specific. And I imagine Senator Van Wert like can see
the
like,
gap for the
the
need
gap,
for
like
this,
the like the benefits that like
Mhm.
tangible experience has for like J school specifically.
Yeah.
That's why I see behind this.
Okay, yeah. Just wants clarity.
I don't know how to make it so that things like there's a space between paragraphs without there being a separate line, because there's not supposed to be a separate line.
For what?
Like in between clauses.
It's like the.
It's not line
function with
spacing.
After. It's not line spacing. I think it's like, you know, the before and after part, like to the left when you like edit it. You do it on Google Docs, or you do it on Word.
Yeah, I do hear that. So right click it, get a paragraph.
I'm not reading this.
Paragraph options.
And then usually it's the before or after thing that you can edit it to like make it look. Usually it's after that does it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try 1 point.
Someone's strumming.
RNA got crazy.
That's actually their interview.
It's an art school center.
Unqualified because, hold on.
Concert coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty like. We're still in Q&A. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Got 2 more minutes. If you want to ask yourself anything.
I'm just really curious how I was able to think of something such a good bill, but I can't remember. I'm gonna get more water.
Sounds good. Can you put mine up too if you don't mind? Thank you so much.
Show up everyone's while you're at it.
Hmm?
Show up everyone's while you're at it. Get him a new Coke. Pepsi.
Please.
Or Pepsi School.
I don't really like Pepsi, but
Or Pepsi School. Can't control it.
can I make a resolution that makes us a non-Pepsi school?
Dad will hate you.
Okay, everyone see if it looks better on theirs now.
Just refresh.
Looks pretty normal.
Like it's not ideal,
It looks
but it's solid. I just
smooth.
changed this. Okay. Should be fine. I lay the committee at rest, so you can pause that. This is definitely the most chill Jewish meeting I have.
So it's a bunch of resolutions.
Yeah.
There's nothing scary.
No.
There's just leftovers. That
There's going to be one change that I need to make to one that I know of. But,
Austin sent me a synopsis if we ever get back to his.
okay.
He was like, just can you present and say these? It's like a minute per each thing. I was
Yeah.
like, sure.
Can we like end at 6? If not before then.
Sure. I want to at least get through all the
Yeah.
new stuff
Yeah.
and a couple of code revisions if we can.
We got Fire Pole waiting for us. We got
That's a horrible name. That's a horrible name. I need to talk to Arshan about that. Has anyone seen that?
Yeah.
I remember I
That's
saw
horrendous.
it. I saw it and I was like, what the
Like,
fuck
what
is
this about?
It's like, what the fuck is the Fire Pole Act?
I'm like, it's like something related to fire, safety.
It's a horrible name, though.
I think Native is good though. The Native Act is good.
It's still a bit. I don't know.
He was trying to be like me. He was trying to be like me. Fine. I'd like to say for our star exec chat, I'm the one who came up with the name.
All
As you'd
right.
expect.
You should run a title.
Victoria asked, "Who's got a good plan of words with star?" And I was like, "Let's get it started." And she's like, "Hell yeah." Kishan said Starboy, and she was like, "No." She was just like, "No." Talking about names and Fire Pole and.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's horrible. Firepole is so bad. We're still in Q&A, right?
Are we
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
we're
you
at
calling
rest.
back?
Yeah, I call us back to order.
Okay, we have
We're still in Q&A.
minute of Q&A.
Okay, I'm just going through it.
You don't like Fire Pole?
No.
Are they like music rooms at the rights?
Yes.
That's
There's
fine.
not designated music rooms, though. You just have to
Is
reserve it.
Yeah.
Don't even get us started on designated
Dude.
rooms.
Dude.
Do they have like, what's it called?
Soundproofing? No, they don't.
Talk to him about this.
I've been trying for 6 months
To get soundproof? To get soundproof?
to get designated music rooms.
Dude, let's write something.
I did.
He has written this down.
I've been doing this.
He's been doing this for
Dwayne
so
Isaacs
long.
for 6 months. Socket was doing it with me, and then pause. And then he became Mr. Treasure, and now we no longer meet with Dwayne Isaacs.
He became Mr. Treasurer.
All right.
It's too good for
That is
us.
the end of Q&A. We're now live for 5 minutes of debate. Sources look good. Formatting is now fixed. There we go. Looks good. Looks good. I think this is advocating for something that's within our power, which I like.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of rare. Become more and more infrequent. But yeah, no, I like it a lot. Is there any more debate? All right, good stuff, everyone. We're now in line for final privilege.
Yeah. It's really good.
Okay. Now line for any motions.
They meant. Did you say that? For the former stuff?
It's
No.
clerical.
It's clear.
Oh, it's all good. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If I'm not changing any words.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I move to pass SSB 2024-1523 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Now line for 1524.
It's comfort dogs.
This.
So,
This has been done before as well.
So I'm gonna have to issue you a warning.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna issue you a warning, actually. Okay, there's no warning being issued. Okay, we're in line for 5 minutes of debate.
What is this?
Why are there two provisos? Is that normal?
It's to. I see why they did it, but I don't think you have to do that. I think you just put it in one.
Yeah, can you just recognize somebody?
Well, we did that in
Yes,
in
you can do this.
But
This
is
is when you would do it.
Okay.
Because they're doing different things.
Oh, so I should have done that in mine.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. It's not necessary, but
Okay.
like, if you're not sending it to that person, like you sent yours to Finley.
I sent it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first whereas clause is like isn't source and just kind of like because it's not source is kind of necessary. Just the experiences significant levels of stress and anxiety during finals week. That's just like okay.
I believe that actually goes with source 1.
Oh, does it?
So we can add that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Puppy rooms are transforming college campuses.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah. I like dogs. No.
Why does it go to the next page is my question. Anyone else seeing this?
What's up?
It just skips like the bottom half of the page and just continues here.
I don't see that.
Okay.
No, I don't have
Okay, no, so mine's just messed up. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Do you remember when in the West they used to have the golden retrievers?
I think I saw that one time, but honestly.
Okay, we're still in line for debate.
Wait, should I?
Yes.
So dogs don't relieve my stress, but.
Yeah, this is fairly straightforward. The
But it's
provisos
straightforward.
look good. The sourcing looks good. We do need to add source 1 to the first clause.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been written before too. But
Is these, are source 1 and 4 not the exact same?
they are.
I feel like this would stress
You catch.
the people running it more than
It's stress?
us them.
Yes, we have to
people organizing
delete
the dogs.
source 4 and just replace it with source 1. Yep. All right, any more debate? Seeing
Did you
none?
want to? Okay.
Seeing none. Line for motions.
I move to amend SSB 1524. Add source 1 to the first whereas clause and replace source 4 in the fifth whereas clause with source 1 and then delete source 4 from the source area. I think that's it. But anyways,
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to pass 1524 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Great.
Corrupted ones.
Is that 24? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now we're down to the
Yeah.
messed up
Yeah.
shoot.
There are so many.
Yeah,
I know, and I have to fix all of them. We're now in line for 1526.
I gotta open it.
Wow.
They will all be fine eventually, so.
I just have to know with a lot of. Oh, Maya wrote
Oh,
this.
okay, no, this one is actually Maya's fault. This is not a Word document.
Yeah, it's asking me to translate it to Chinese.
Okay, let's table it.
Hmm?
Wait, can we even read it if it's?
I
big
can't
enough?
even edit
Yeah, I
this.
can't open it.
I can't. I can open it, but I can't edit it.
Okay, so we have to. We can't do it.
We can. I just have to save it as a Word doc.
You have to copy and paste.
What's it doing? Local electoral county business career.
This one is actually not my fault. The rest of them probably were.
Okay, when I try to open it, it's what it looks like.
Okay, yours is really messed up, but that's not what it looks like on mine, so.
What the hell?
Okay, we're in line 4, 5 minutes of debate. This is 1526.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's really fucked up. I can't say anything.
I'm saving it. It's You can look at mine in a sec.
I mean, I guess it's pretty straightforward again, like the intent of this.
That's fine. Yours?
But the numbers are wrong in the source. It should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 4.
Yep.
Thanks for finally accepting my LinkedIn invite.
Huh? Dude, I finally went on it and accepted like 65
I saw it this
people.
morning. I was like, dude, I requested that like 8 months ago.
What is wrong with
What
this?
is
What did she do? I don't understand.
I didn't even start this.
Okay, well, we're starting it now. Sorry, I'm trying to save it so I can actually see it.
I think we're like 3 minutes in already.
Okay.
So we only have 2 more minutes. Official time.
This is 1526, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Yes, it worked. And the format is even worse on there. Okay. Yeah, this is a very short resolution.
It seems simple and like easy to do. It's just like pledging support of any initiatives that they do if they do it. Doing a career fair with local electric businesses rather than whatever. I don't go to career fairs, but I'm assuming that they're a lot broader than just Alachua, so it is kind of a cool idea to make it more specific.
For example, for like careers for like public service, like if
Uh-huh.
you want to get into the government, there's a lot of like county governments that are there, or like police departments and stuff, but there's not a lot from like Gainesville.
Okay.
Right? So I think it's a good idea.
Okay, cool.
That's why I've never gone to the public service career fairs, because of the
All right, then this is good. All right, is there any more debate?
No.
Seeing none? Motions?
Okay, is
The formatting is fixed.
okay? Can I see it on here?
So,
No.
Okay, well then.
I need to amend. Can you
It's
amend it?
Mm-hmm. I can now.
I need to amend the source number 4 to say 3.
I will point out that source 3 was never actually cited in the document.
I
Or
don't see
sor-
source 3 though. I only see 3 links.
I know, but like, will they actually like cite the sources
Go to the
themselves?
bottom. Go to the bottom.
Yes, but it's not listed in any of the clauses.
Oh, you mean like?
Like it's,
Okay, I see.
They
what
didn't
you're
actually. I guess you don't have to, but yeah, we could just. I'll just change it. Okay. Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. We can also strike that if you'd like. It's up to you because it's the
You're saying
sa-
it's nowhere else.
it's
not
the
even in
same
it.
as source 1.
Oh,
Oh,
we should
okay.
strike it.
Yeah.
We should
So
strike it.
I move to strike the last source from the bill by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. Are there any more motions?
I move to pass SSB 1526 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. We're now in line for. Shoot, I have to do it again.
Oh my god, that's so.
Dude, there's so many.
At least you guys can open them, right?
Yeah.
These you should be able to.
Are
Open.
these not going to be on my
Oh, really?
computer? Now?
What?
Yeah.
They're gonna be in
Like
your.
stored on my downloads? Do they-
Things stored under downloads.
Do they like clear?
Anything
You
that you
can delete
download, yeah, you can delete them. But it's not like
They
stored
want
in your
auto
files.
delete?
It's just in your downloads.
Can you like make something that auto deletes it for me?
No.
That's your responsibility, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Clearly.
I kind of sometimes I let Aaron just kind of do that stuff for me.
Does there need to be a period in the title?
There is a period in the title. The formatting is right, though, I think.
Is a period fine in the title?
Oh, did I
No.
thought you said-
The period in the title is not fine.
Did you say title?
Yeah.
Okay. They did.
What do you think?
Does there need to be a period in this hoe?
That's what I thought you said too.
That would have been funnier.
I thought you said that as well.
Okay, we're in
It's like,
line
oh, I was
for
laughing.
5 minutes of debate starting now.
Alright, let's go. Started.
Yep, period in the title needs to go.
Is Turlington Block used for
Joshy.
exams?
Yes,
Oh.
a lot of them. Especially econ is one good example. Physics.
Like in the plaza?
Where?
No,
It will not, it's
it's in the room.
the
Oh, in
rooms
the-
underneath. Yeah.
Where is it that, okay, it says the charging station in the northeastern corner of the plaza with a solar panel. Where is that?
The northeastern corner.
No, I've never seen that though.
It's okay. Do you know that
It's a
pole, the post? Like if you're looking towards LibWest
Okay.
from Turlington, like the middle of it, it's
Okay.
that post.
There's just one.
Yes.
So I didn't even
What are
what is
increased electrical services though? Like,
charging.
yeah,
Charging.
but it just
Yeah, just
Should we change his title?
more accessible
Yeah, I
charging.
was like,
It
I thought
passes.
it was-
Different title, different office.
Resolution urging University of Florida to
Increase
put more
access to
charging
electrical-
ports.
The sourcing is wrong for sources 5 and 6. The 5 needs to be right next to 6.
I think 25%. Okay, in that clause, 25% of students use a scooter, which amounts to 13,000 in parentheses 25% of the population.
Yeah, we could strike that part.
Wait, where?
It says 25%, and then he
Twice.
puts in parentheses 25%.
Oh.
is
Okay, I
there
also-
other areas on campus that you can charge your scooter?
I don't know.
Probably the rights.
Yeah. Also, the
there
last.
actually yes, there
Is
are.
it a regular plug to charge your scooter at?
It's downstairs, probably with bike services, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Bike service is gone now.
Is it?
The place is gone.
Since
now.
when?
Forgot about
It's been
that.
gone.
What?
That's what the Thrift Act was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like the last 4 hours class is unnecessary because he says
Yeah.
he establishes before how many people use it, and then
Yes,
again.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, so striking the last whereas clause, striking the 25% of the population, and not changing the title, but taking the period out of the title. And anything else? Other than that, it's cool. That'd be nice, probably, to have more
Yeah.
charging points.
Is there any more debate?
Like
Seeing
we,
none?
like we did. Oh, sorry, real quick. Like we did with Catherine's bill, the proviso was split in 2. Should we change that or no? Does it matter? Because it's another reckoning.
I don't think you need to.
You don't have to.
So we should
It's
just leave
fine
it.
either way.
I think we just leave
Yeah,
it.
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for any motions at this time.
Okay, I can do it. I move to amend SSP 2024-1527 to strike the final whereas clause, to strike where it's where 25% of the population is in parentheses, that whole section of the third to last whereas clause, and then to strike the period from the title of the bill.
Do the sources need to be changed too?
By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Okay, and then I think. Oh, he has 2 sources in the last whereas clause. I don't know why he has 2.
In the last? No, he doesn't.
In the third to last whereas clause. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like why? We probably can strike the last one if I had to guess. The last source.
Do I hear a motion to? Oh wait. So what have you done so far? You got rid of the period in the title.
Period, final whereas clause, and then the 25% thing that was just redundant.
Okay. I can make some more. But make sure you change the last and to a then as well, because we got rid of the last clause.
Oh, true.
Okay, we can just do it. I think we're gonna.
Do I hear a motion to amend 1527 to move the 5 in the second to last whereas clause to right next to the 6 by unanimous consent? Any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes. Do I hear a motion to amend SSP 1527 to change the last whereas clause last and to then by unanimous consent?
So moved.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
There's we just struck the. Actually, never mind. We're good. The 6 will just support the first part of that sentence.
Yeah.
So it's
Hey.
fine.
Is this a judicial?
RNA kicked us out of our room.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Okay, are we good?
What are y'all here for?
Well,
Well, Liz being at rest. You're what?
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. What's up? What are you guys doing?
There's interviews in this room.
Are you interviewing?
RNA. Yeah, I am.
For what?
There's 2 weeks left, you know. Like, I figured give it a shot. I sent you some legislation that I would love some feedback on.
Through
Earlier today.
email?
Yeah, through email.
Personal or judish email?
Judish.
Cool. Okay, I'll look at it.
Keeping it official, you know.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Um,
All right, I call this meeting back to order.
Good?
Yep.
Okay, I move to pass SSB 2024-1527 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to do
27. That's not my phone. Sorry.
How long are y'all going until probably? How long are y'all doing the meeting till?
6.
6. Probably.
6, okay. Got 45.
How do I do this? I'm still learning my computer. Nope.
Bloomberg Terminal. Do you want to go? Is there anything that takes priority that you want to go to right now?
No, just go through steps.
Just keep going.
Yep.
Okay. Bloomberg Terminal.
I know, I'm running through these.
So wait, we're on
1528.
1528. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to organize my desktop a little bit. Okay, everyone can read that one?
Yep.
We're in line for 5 minutes of debate beginning now.
It looks good. I'm just reading through it now. It seems like pretty straightforward in what it's trying to do, and I don't see any formatting errors.
Yeah.
It says it has these. Not that I'm super familiar with what a Bloomberg terminal is, but it says that it already has in the other halls and libraries, so it should probably be feasible to do.
I think this is good. I don't have any issues or anything.
Let's look at the citing. Does the proviso look good?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Reficon.
More?
Yeah, this is formatted correctly. Supposed to look good. Proviso looks good. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm surprised you don't use a Bloomberg terminal day.
What was that?
Read the print.
I did. Well, investors.
Updates on mutual funds, stocks, S&P.
Oh. Do you use one?
No. Just go online.
Oh.
But these are quicker.
Okay.
It's faster. It's fiber optic.
Oh. Cool.
Okay. Are there any motions at this time? What is there more debate?
No.
Seeing none, we're now in line for any motion at this time. Are there any motions?
I moved.
Pass. 1528 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
You good? No worries.
We're now in line for 1529.
Which one are you moved to pass?
28.
So which one have you did?
Arson.
You did? Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, we did.
Pass. Arson pass.
We did
We did?
1529, yep.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my god.
I've downloaded 1529.
Ooh,
4 times.
1530 is actually. Yep. This is a legitimate thing as well. This is.
Oh, it's
Blake.
normal.
All right. We're now in line for 5 minutes of debate beginning now. Turn on the timer for this one.
I love a Blake card.
1529?
When
1530.
you did 29.
We already did 29?
Yeah.
That's the one
Getting
that.
close.
Oh, sorry. I remember. Okay, okay, so timer just started.
Okay.
So this is the interpretation that Monish and Blake had for this motion. I think it is a reasonable thing to have be that's already what we do. Having it codified is probably a good thing, so it's not up to interpretation in the future. And it specifies that you can't make it during a voting period, which is also already how it is, but we should probably have it codified because making motions during a voting period is a problem.
Yeah, I think realistically, in the terms of saying that, like, right before a voting period, there's not any reason to roll call.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, but the motion is in line until the vote is taking place, which is how it is according to Robert's rules. So, this just syncs us up with that. But yeah, I like this. I think this is good. It just codifies what we put into practice at previous meetings.
Cool. Okay.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for any motions at this time.
I move to pass 1530 by unanimous consent.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Great.
There's so many. Okay, we're now in line for. Now everyone knows how nice it is that I put it in this doc. Oh, they have to open all of them. Okay. Everyone can open it?
Yes. Oh, really?
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate.
I think in the title doesn't need to be capitalized.
What?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm saving everything. For my
Is this like a self-serve photo booth or like?
It seems.
How does that work?
I don't know. I want to look at the source. I think from what I see, it looks like it's like just like a full booth, like self-service. You just go in and take a headshot.
Oh, self.
I mean, it is self-service.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, no.
This sounds
Got it.
good.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds
this is a great
amazing.
idea, actually. This is
I don't
phenomenal.
know.
This is open, even if it's at the Havener School.
Hebner? Yeah.
School.
Take a
It's
selfie,
open
Tyler,
to all
headshot
students.
photo booth.
W. Tyler.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
This seems great. I didn't know this existed.
This
My
is
neighbor. Let's go.
amazing. We should push for this.
Cool.
Having it in Hebner is probably a good idea, too.
Yeah, I think
It's a
that's
good location
good.
for it. Pretty accessible.
I think that's a good spot to.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. All right. Now, is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for any motions at this time. Do I hear a motion to amend 1531 to add the following names on the sponsors line?
I was literally about to say that.
Judiciary Chairman Aaron Rubai. Who else?
I'll do it.
Yeah, me too.
I'll do it, of course. I love Tyler. It's good.
Me 3, 4.
I think it's everyone here. I think everyone here would like it.
This is so interesting.
I need to write
Health?
the health caucus chair. Duh.
The mental health
The
ad hoc
one
committee.
Oh.
Danny or Daniel?
You can edit it.
You don't have
in
to
the
write
booth,
the.
like you can edit your
You don't have to write the.
I'm not writing.
You can whiten your teeth, remove your blemishes, like add filters.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Can you add just remove?
So moved, by the way.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Wait. So
I fear with the amount of resolutions that I plan to submit by the final meeting, we might get to 1,600.
oh my god.
Actually?
Oh my
I have a
god.
lot. I have a ton.
Okay, we're still not for motions.
Okay. I moved to. Are we good on the amendments?
Is it over now?
Yeah, I moved to pass SSB 2024-1531 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Yeah, good job, Tyler.
Great job. Tyler. Shut up, Tyler.
This one's good.
Is this 32?
Yes,
Open
it's
it.
good.
Yeah.
Drinks and meals.
That's my people. What? I told them to add me as a sponsor on this. What the heck?
I got you.
It's okay.
I'm gonna make it size 12 font. I hope no one cares.
Isn't it Campus Cravings? Cravings Campus?
Should we check?
Is it Cravings?
It's Cravings Campus Kitchen.
Yeah,
Is that-
It is.
It's
It
the
is.
reverse. It's
It's
terrible.
really bad.
It's terrible.
I'm not.
Wow, that actually is that is
That's
horrible.
why is it like that?
Campus
I don't know,
Cravings
but-
is so good.
I think everyone calls it Campus Cravings.
It's pretty bad. This has been
Who did that? Let's make a resolution to rename it.
Stuff has been in construction for so long for them to do that shit.
Is this the one that's near the
It's right next to
the gym,
Yeah.
the rec?
Okay,
Yeah.
formatting should be fixed. Let me know if it changed
For where? Oh,
everything.
Oh wait,
what was wrong?
I
It's
just.
great. I just saw it. It's great.
I think the source in the third whereas clause needs to be moved to the end.
It does, yeah.
Wait, you have to pay for drinks? I thought drinks are free since when?
The last and needs to be a then.
Not true. I thought drinks are free at Campus Cravings.
I said we're in line for 5 minutes of debate, right? We're in line for 5 minutes of debate, if not already stated. So
I don't know where my clock went.
$1 for most meals.
Get that up real quick. I'm counting in my head though. Okay. 30.
source 2 and source 3 and source 4 also have to be moved.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, now in line for any motions.
I move to amend 5032 and move sources 1, 2, 3, and 4 and their respective whereas clauses to the end. Is that correct? I think so.
Yeah.
By unanimous consent. Oh, and also change the last and the last whereas clause to a then. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Are there any more motions?
I move to pass 5032 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're back to...
Yeah, we're back.
You know, the initial idea for the OneDrive was Socketh, and that was a phenomenal idea. I don't know how people did it before that.
Was it just...
I think they just had to download every single one of them,
Oh, really?
which is horrendous.
You watching House of Dragons?
No, I'm not caught up, no. Okay, we're now in line for... Yeah. 15:33, 5 minutes of debate beginning now.
It's again pretty straightforward.
There's a little weird spacing
I don't
thing.
understand what the last source is like. I guess showing an example that laptops cost hundreds of dollars, but I don't know.
What is it? Best Buy?
Like the last source sends it to Best Buy.
I guess true.
Yeah.
Like laptops do cost hundreds of dollars.
They do, yeah. I don't know. Like that's an example of like.
We gotta move the numbers to the end. Do we have to move the numbers?
Yes, we do.
Also, for source 3, there's just like a comma and a space for no reason.
Yeah, I see.
Yep.
Fix that.
Also, the last and has to be a then. Still.
Yeah, it's the same as the last one.
Yeah.
All right.
College of Engineering.
Is there any more debate?
No, I think otherwise this is a good.
Different price ranges. Yeah, sounds like a good.
Do you think we even need to include that laptops can cost hundreds of dollars?
Just it's good.
Okay.
Probably that's not a good thing to it. That doesn't make any sense with this resolution. That doesn't make any sense.
The Best Buy link.
Is that just...
I don't know.
We strike it.
Yes, we should
We
strike
could
that.
just
It's not related at all to the name or the intent of the resolution. All right.
Do you want to strike that whole clause?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, not allowed for any motions at this time.
I move to amend 1533 to strike the last whereas clause in the now last and not the new last whereas clause. Replace or delete the comma and the space after source 3. Change the and to a then, and then I also move and then also delete source 4 now. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to pass 1533 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Wow. We're so productive.
How many? Oh my god.
That's you got like 14 more.
Oh my god.
We have 30 minutes.
And that's at least until you wrap back around to the beginning.
Oh, because we tabled one when I wasn't here. When I was here, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, yes. There's one at the beginning that precede the last 14. Well, y'all got a few more.
Wait, there's ones at the beginning that...
We tabled one that I was here for Julia to come back.
And we skipped the ones at the beginning, like the ones Austin really think, because they got tabled like before.
I have like 3, which
Yeah. Yeah, we have to go back to those, but as for new stuff, we have 14 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 2 code revisions, I think, out of the next 14.
Let's hear those first.
He's waiting for you.
Okay, let's see it.
Someone has to move into that, though.
Which
Are we
one?
doing 43?
1540
Yeah,
and 1542.
I move to go into the consideration of 1540. By unanimous consent.
Any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Oh, I just see.
The formatting's wrong, but
blank
there's just
page. Oh, it's the.
this has been failed and also already submitted
Who is
and tabled.
Why is the first page on
You're a sponsor on this one. This is the affiliation form for independent senators.
Didn't we? Isn't there one just
There
like
is
this
one just
on
like
there?
this, and it was also
Yes.
failed in the spring.
I know, I get it. Like, who's the author for this one?
Isha.
I'll just waive citation time. It
Okay.
should in theory not even be able to be submitted.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Do you need to withdraw? Or
I can't
He
withdraw.
can't withdraw it. He wasn't the author. 5 minutes of Q&A. Are there any questions? Seeing none, 5 minutes of debate. This needs to be tabled.
Tabled? Sorry.
It's probably
Explain.
should be failed, but it's fine. Just table it. We'll talk to Isha. Figure
Okay,
it out. It's
okay.
better than just failing it off rip. It's usually a better situation. Because there is one that's just like this. It does the same exact
Yeah.
thing. So, but you can submit identical bills. You just can't pass different versions. You can submit bills at the same time that are the same thing. So,
Okay. Sounds
technically
good
it's
then.
not like out of line
I
initially.
think she'll probably appreciate that.
I mean, technically, if we were to be really rude, this fails on format immediately.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, let's talk to her. Let's table it and talk to her.
I think tabling
Good
is a
idea.
better
Good
option
idea.
than that.
Good. I'm glad you shared
All right.
that.
Any other debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for 2 minutes final privilege. Okay. Any motion at this time?
I move to table SSB 2024-1540 by unanimous consent.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. We're now in line for SSB 2024-1542.
Well, your sponsor.
You're welcome to present.
Your spon-
What is this one even?
If you lost your seat in an election, you can't apply for that seat.
Oh, that makes sense. That's RNA. That's the RNA thing. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
42.
42.
Like he sent me it. It's just I couldn't open it, so
Which one look at?
I appreciate it. Yeah. Fahim said, "Did you start timer by the way? Because I don't want to.
5 minutes presentation beginning. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah, whenever you want to start.
I want to take 5 minutes anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of just applying the idea that if you lost an election for a certain seat, you probably shouldn't go through RNA to be able to get that seat that you lost in the election. Same thing with the sphere procedure. The wording was kind of odd in my opinion, which I was just like, I don't know how to word this better for him, but I like the idea. I'll talk to the committee if they have any better ideas. So if y'all have a better way to get the point across, go for it. But in my opinion, it does its job. But yeah, it's just to, I guess, I don't want to coin this term, but the Jordan Gabady incident.
What?
It's just where you like lose an election and then go through RNA.
To get the seat.
Yeah.
You got the same seat. You
Yeah.
lost, yeah.
Okay.
I waive it, yeah.
We're now in line for 5 minutes of Q&A. Beginning now. Do you foresee any issues with this?
The only issue I could see is quorum stuff. That's the only thing I've ever thought of. And I kind of did think about it, but by then we could get independent. I hope people would not involve in student government or any, I guess, losing an election would be involved or want to get involved, and we'd outsource to people that haven't lost an election for a certain seat. So at the end of the day, this is that specific seat, and it's kind of, if it's one of the bigger ones, there's a lot of options. Like, for example, engineering, there's a lot of options. You don't have to go for the 1 of 4 or whatever people that lost the election. So I think it's a good contingency at the end of the day, but there is definitely a quorum issue that could happen, but I do see a lot of ways around it that wouldn't occur in the first place.
Any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. I'll kick us off. This has been suggested before. I see one main issue with this, which I know you recognized as well, is that certain Senate seats do not fill easily, particularly graduate seats. So the people that run for elections in general for those seats are the ones who are like really interested in getting involved and representing their constituents in that area. If we were to pass this, this would have, in my opinion, some negative implications for filling grad seats, because, you know, for example, I think this has happened more with grads than anyone else, in general, because there's less people applying for seats, and it's hard with the different responsibilities that grad students have for them to become interested or join in student government. So I think that's a potential flaw, just because we want to have representation from a bunch of different schools. I do see your point. I think it's important that, for example, in SFIA, you can't appoint someone who lost their election, because that's just directly circumventing everything. But the point of this is, if there is a vacancy that isn't filled by someone replacing themselves for a period of time, or that isn't filled in general for like a summer replacement, or through, there's so many ways to replace yourself now for such a long period of time that, in theory, this shouldn't be an issue. And the times when this does come up is when a seat has been available for a long time and is difficult to fill. We want those voices to be heard in the chamber instead of, you know, just allowing, like, for example, like sometimes since I've been in Senate, like 9 grad seats to be open. So yeah, that's a flaw I see with this.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes, especially like what you said with the graduate seats, finding people to fill those positions is a little bit limited. It takes people that are interested.
Yeah,
so
they're in trouble finding people to run.
Yeah. And if like you said, if like seeing this choir going rock band, anyway. Yeah.
I think amending it. Do you think amending it would be kind of discriminatory to like single out grad seats?
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
Yeah. So I think just on that, because I agree, possibly a table or like.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now on line 4, final privilege.
I get the concern, but referencing grad is kind of weird because we don't really have people that have lost a grad election apply for it. At least I haven't seen it happen. Everyone that's applied for grad and gotten the seat are usually independents that haven't been involved with either party or within the election itself. Ironically, the only person I think that I would apply to within graduates is actually Alfredo Ortiz. That is about the only person I can see in that scenario, and this is, at the end of the day, just trying to make sure that RNA doesn't fill stuff with partisanship. I know the idea of it, because some senators have been removed with orientation or probation, and on one side, if you have a majority in RNA, you could fill it with the people that lost their seat if they were your affiliation. But on the other side, if they lost it for the exact same reason, they might not get the seat. And people could say it's the most qualified candidate at the end of the day, but sometimes that just isn't it, because we know the issues of RNA, unfortunately, and it's just fundamentally difficult to go around. And I don't think failing it's a good option, but maybe tabling it and having Fahim come back to this at the beginning of fall might be a better idea, so he could revise it rather than having to wait a whole election cycle. Like I said, I like the idea, but I don't think it was fully fleshed out enough yet. But yeah, I waive the rest.
All right, we're now in line for any motions at this time.
I move to table SSB 1542 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections?
I object.
All right, there's been an objection. Are there any other motions?
I move to table SSB 1542 by roll call vote.
All right. May the clerk please take roll.
I'm writing that. Objective.
This is like our 5th roll call vote all semester, I think. This is both semesters.
Okay, excuse me, Stella.
Wait, what is it, yes or?
It's
Yes
yes
is
to
to
table
table.
it,
Oh,
no
yes.
to not
Sorry.
table it.
Yes.
Falsier.
No.
Weinberger,
No.
and then Ratson.
No.
Okay,
Seeing as my vote does not affect the outcome, I abstain from this vote. In a vote of 3 to 1 to 1, that vote. In a 1 to 3 to 1, that vote fails. That motion fails. Are there any other motions at this time?
I move to fail 1542 on the basis of implication for everything we talked about with grad students and filling seats. Sorry, Hunter. By unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. Okay, so that is all of the new codes and rules stuff.
Do rules only need one reading?
Yes, but I usually consider them together. So we are in line for 1534.
Okay. I can't open the drive anymore.
You can't open them?
Yeah, just can you
Some of them don't work.
can we just give it 1 second? I just
Why
lost.
is everyone writing it in size 11 font?
Yeah, I know. I noticed.
That's
I
insane.
noticed that's actually what the RMP is. It's size 11. I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I have it open.
For resolutions, that's insane. Though.
Are we going
It's
back?
also not in Times New Roman.
Are we going back to
What is it?
34.
34? Yeah.
What is it in?
I don't know. Some of it is in Times New Roman. Oops, I just accidentally deleted the whole thing.
Okay.
My bad, everybody.
Which one are we on?
34.
Is anyone a sponsor of one that wants to do it before we leave at 6?
Yeah, I'm native in Firepole. Or am I?
Okay, let's do those. Let's move
We're
to
not
do
doing the
them.
other code revisions because they do die. But
Which ones do you want to go to? I'll do whatever ones you want, but yeah.
one of them I can't even do anymore because of the fact that Julius and mine are conflicting in that regard. 1474 was the one I really cared about more than anything, but
1474?
yeah.
Which one is that?
Legislation revision.
Yes.
Oh, that's, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to fix this one we're on right now. Let's hear 34 and then we'll go back.
Okay.
Okay, now line 4. I can't see the authors right now, but one second.
Cooking.
Yeah, Sophia
I know, for real.
cooking.
I'm curious about why are there locked bathrooms in Murphy?
Oh my god,
Greg.
my sister lives in Brooklyn. So,
When did she come up?
Sydney?
Mm-hmm.
She's been here all summer breed.
Actually?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
Get her into that.
I want her to, but Lexi is the.
This is actually so messed up.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, they don't have
They
one
have
bathroom.
to, they access the bathroom to their key because it's locked.
Damn.
And if you get locked out,
$50.
$50 after 2 lockouts.
So I'm changing the formatting.
Imagine being locked out of your bathroom. That's crazy.
And then having to
It's
pay
a
$50 and you
big
still can't
proviso.
pee.
Wait, what?
I know, for real.
Is this real? Is this in all of them?
Who thought of this? No, just
The
in
historic
Murphy.
ones.
No, but there's
All the
different. Murphy is like a bunch of.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
separate.
It's probably all of
Historic
Murphy.
So it's all of them?
So,
Murphy, Sled, I think. Sled.
but Murphy has like their.
It's probably all the buildings. In
The
Murphy, though.
buildings have separate bathrooms. Like obviously they're like blocked like this. So I know that because my sister lives in J, right? Which is maybe like her floor has like 4 rooms on it, and then 1 bathroom. So they're small. So I wonder if they're all locked. That's crazy, or maybe if it's just that was kind of a good question to ask. But regardless, what are we even in right now? Debate.
don't know if they
I haven't called it
started.
yet.
Okay,
but we're
sorry.
now online for 5 minutes of debate. That's
Okay.
partially on me. Sorry, I was saving it as an actual
No, I should have asked.
online file.
This looks good.
The sources are correct
Yeah,
on this one.
I'd like to
Yeah.
know if it's all of them or not, but I think that's definitely something that should be
Yeah.
changed. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing with like sourcing is that some of them just kind of say facts and don't have sources, but like I imagine this might just be.
Yeah, you don't need sources for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they live? Do they live in there?
I'm assuming.
Wow.
Okay, I think this is good though.
Yeah.
Do we have any issues with the proviso? or
It's
is
a
it
little
chill?
bit long, but not
It's a long
that
one.
bad.
It's like all housing residents life people though, so maybe it's not good.
Yeah, but like you don't have to send it to every single person in housing and residence life.
I mean,
Yeah, the financial services person does not need this.
director of residence life and education. Do they need it?
Probably, it should go to senior director
Yeah.
and administrative specialist. That pretty much covers that entire.
Yeah.
branch.
Wait, so you're saying this one does?
The first 2 names.
I think
make
this one
sense.
doesn't need it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Education.
I think we should just keep the first 2 names.
Resident life area coordinator. What is that? I wish I knew what that was. But that sounds like it would need it though. But let's just cut it out. It's fine.
But really, the senior director
Senior
is the most
director,
important
yeah,
person to send it to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that this can get changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like coming late, going to go to the bathroom late, you're locked out. No one's gonna answer your call.
Yeah.
And it's for girls too. They can't even go pee on a bush outside. I mean, they could, I guess, but
Do you often, on the record, do you often pee in bushes outside?
define often.
Okay, we're still in line for debate. Is there any more debate? Seeing none, we're now in line for motions at this time.
Move to pass 1534. Oh, wait, do we have to proviso? My bad. I take it back. I rescind the motion.
Cool. Okay.
I move to amend 1534 and strike in the proviso everything past Aaron Cortez to the end, and then have a period instead of a comma after Cortez by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the
You
motion
can add it.
passes.
Okay.
Do I hear a motion to amend the proviso to delete the name between Horvath and housing and replace it, the comma between that and replace it with and by
Yeah, that's
consent?
So moved.
so.
Any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
All right.
I actually lied. 1474 and 75 are RMP. 79 is the one I was looking at.
79. Okay.
I was like,
All right,
74 is
let's
important,
pass
but it's
this.
RMP.
Okay.
So
Any motions?
I move to pass SSP 2024-1534 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, the motion passes.
Congratulations. congratulations, Sophia.
Yeah.
Calendar.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's 3.
She has a couple ideas as well that she hasn't done yet. That one.
Which one's the one I want to do?
I'd like 79.
I have to be. I'm thugging it out till 6 though.
I really want to do native. I don't have to
Okay.
do I really
Oh,
want to
move in.
Just do 2 years. That's fine. We'll do the 2 years and then
do. Okay.
years. I don't even have to change.
I move
So.
to consider 1543.
Alright.
By James Consent.
Any objections?
Yep, 10
Seeing
seconds
none,
of
the motion
presentation.
passes. Okay, 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Okay.
10 seconds.
So this is awesome. It's about increasing the use of native family life on campus to increase mental health and increase sustainability and lessen the use of resources on campus to help the grounds services have better budget, and also to make them establish a more clear, or encourage them to establish more clear criteria for when they'll use non-native species, because they say that they will do that on their website. I asked Senator Monson and Burton to be sponsors because they're the co-chairs of the mental health ad hoc, and part of this was talking about the use of how increased plant life can help mental health. And yeah, I hope it's awesome. I cited the campus master plan as reason. I do want to amend this, but I'll wait.
You could just, I was just kidding.
Okay,
You
we're
got-
now
take
on
your time
for.
if you want to say something.
You wait first.
Yeah, wait.
Now
Okay.
on for 5 minutes of questions.
Do you want to talk about what you were just about to say?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna amend something, but I'll just do that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just adding a sponsor.
Yeah, I don't have a question. I like to talk about it in debate.
Okay.
So any more questions? Seeing none, now line for 5 minutes of debate.
Yeah. I mean, that was interesting when you said it. The jump to mental health, I was surprised, but I like that.
I also really liked
that's interesting.
Ben Stone. I wrote it with him, and he the native plants are shown to increase the asbestos presence on campus, and cited how much construction can increase that. And I actually thought that was really cool. So shout out Ben Stone. It's in the
to reduce it.
It's in one of the whereas clauses that talks about the use of asbestos. Oh wait, is it not there anymore? Oh wait, maybe it got edited. But okay, never mind. I guess.
Air quality.
Wait.
I have suggestions for one change.
Go ahead.
Where it says working to in the 3rd therefore clause, we should make it alleviating.
Okay. Sure.
And then also source 1 in the final whereas clause needs to go to the end.
Okay. I can make that.
Alleviating and strike working to, and then
Yeah,
and
so
put in
it would be the creation of green spaces throughout campus aids in the student senate's mission of uplifting the student experience and alleviating mental health issues within the student body.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Okay, I don't know why I said working too. Cool. Okay.
Trying to make it worse.
Yeah, I don't know. Trying to increase mental health issues. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I can amend.
Okay, any more debate? Seeing none, we're now line for final privilege.
Thanks. I waive.
All right, we're now line for motions.
I move to amend 1543. In the whereas clause, the third one, change working to a strike working to, change it to alleviate. In the last whereas clause, move the source 1 to the end, and then add a sponsor of Unlitter UF President Leo Shocker. The name's in the proviso. But this person. Can I do that?
Is it Unlitter UF a student org?
That's what I'm wondering. It is. She's a student. I'm pretty sure. If not, then I won't add her. Maybe it's not. It might be separate.
Yeah, it's not a student org.
If not, it's okay.
Go to.
It is not registered on Gator.
Okay, so
okay,
no.
so no.
Never mind on that one. But I'll be at rest by name's consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Okay, and then I move to pass for 243 by name's consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Yay. Okay. I move to consider 1544 by name's consent.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Fire pull. Let's go.
5 minutes presentation whenever you're ready.
Hey, what? Oh,
Okay, so this is about fire safety in the Rights Union, and then it got expanded to campus in general. Fire pole, the name is because fire poles are awesome, and we wanted to make sure that was recognized within this bill. But most of it is just about citing the importance of fire safety on campus, increasing fire safety awareness within campus to increase just overall safety, because we care about that as student government. I waive the rest of my time.
We're on line for 5 minutes of questions. Beginning now.
Okay, so can you talk a little bit more about the goals of this? What is this going to do?
Yeah. So so this is kind of a first one to get the ball rolling on it.
Okay.
But And this is also kind of like Griffin Atchison. He's a summer replacement, and this is kind of his idea. And so I'm gonna probably kind of continue it for him in fall. But just it's about fire safety, increasing overall. Like there's not a lot of awareness for that on campus. Like our campus is pretty fire safe, but like we just don't really go over that too much at the campus. And that was the focus he wanted to put for this one. And it started within just the Rights Union because we found stuff talking about the Rights Union had like some issues in the past with fire safety. Like there was just like problems before, and so it started with the Rights Union, and then it kind of grew to just be more about the campus community in general. But yeah, so it's that's basically it.
Sorry, I'm changing the formatting slightly. You're good.
There's a little typo thing.
Where?
Just a space in systems in the first, therefore. Just make it. It's fine,
Oh, that's weird.
There's a what?
I have a typo.
No, I see it. Like it's like that.
That's not there on
Yeah,
mine,
I don't think
so
that's
that's
Oh,
an
okay.
issue.
Good.
What's your necklace, Adriana?
We're on for 5 minutes of debate. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Okay. I don't think there's
a
debate.
locket. I just haven't put a picture in it because I don't know how to get one. That's why.
Yeah, it's really small.
I'm like, this looks like
This name is horrendous. This is so. I can't understand what this means.
The learning thing is weird. Learning environment.
I know.
What is? What do you mean in overall learning
Fortifying the
environment?
implementation
I honestly
of
don't know.
rights
We're done
and
with Mason.
emergency preparedness in.
Overall learning environment. It's like
How about we change that to something better?
I have other names. We workshopped the name for a second.
What if
Okay,
it was
that in
just-
has to be and if we don't change anything
Okay,
else.
and it's fine.
How about if you just did fortifying the implementation of rights, emergency safety, and it was fires?
Sure.
fires.
Or can we do and? I just love fire pole, but like that's stupid.
No, I don't. It's not. I don't care at all. But if you did an S, then it would just be fires.
True.
What's a fire pole?
It's like when you slide down and
firefighters.
what?
Oh.
Would you like fires more?
Do you like
Huh?
fires or fire pole?
Fires,
Maybe another
fortifying the
Can we just make it
implementation.
fire.
No, that wouldn't make of rights emergency. Emergencies. I guess actually you could do that. Fortifying the implementation of rights emergency. Wait
No,
a second.
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Honestly, fires doesn't
It
either.
says it's a fire. It's called a fireman's pole. Fire.
Okay. We're using gender neutral language.
So it's like I've
Honestly,
never
keep
heard
fire
fire
pole.
in my life.
Okay, can we just change it to and?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, any more debate? Seeing none. Final privilege.
No.
Seeing none. We're now in line for any motion at this time.
Move to amend 1544 and change into and in the title. Is there any other thing else that needs to be changed? Oh, by unanimous consent.
Any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I move to pass 1544 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
Let
go.
fire pull down.
Fire pull down.
All right.
Okay, which one did you want?
1479.
Okay, last one.
Real quick. Okay, I'm
Seven, then.
This is my last.
I move to consider 1479 by unanimous consent.
Okay.
Are there any objections?
No.
Seeing none, that motion passes.
All right.
So, how many new bills have we not gotten to? Just so I know for next week.
I want to like 10.
We haven't done 35. Okay.
Last one y'all did was 34. And then
35, 36, 37, 38, 39. We did 40. Did we do 41?
you did not do 41.
Yeah.
No,
We
you
did.
do
We
41.
did
That's Alex.
41.
That's Alex.
Oh yeah.
40, and then, so then 45, 46, 47. What do most of them?
8.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I'm totally okay with that. Why did it make yours go to the top?
Resolutions.
There we go. Okay. So we're in line for 1479.
And it opens perfectly.
It's old. It's been here for a while.
Right. We'll get your timer up.
Okay, we're in line for 5 minutes of presentation. Whenever you are ready.
Okay, so this is the updated version of the original Rec Act. After speaking to 2 members of the Election Commission, I spoke to, let me make sure I don't say their names wrong, because the 2 of them had very similar names. It was Emma Towler, I believe, and it was, what's his name? I remember it was an interesting one. But I spoke to 2 members of the Election Commission. Emma Towler is the one who gave me the most, best feedback. What she was talking about in regard to this, honestly, wasn't even about the first part. She wanted us to be more specific about what a political representative is, which I defined more in point 2.3. That is the literal definition at the federal level of what a representative is of a political party. That's not actually the candidate. I really just delve deeper into what a representative truly entails. It's speaking on behalf of the party or representing them with engagement to the public or promotion of material. If someone is simply just, I guess, in support, that doesn't mean that they're engaging with the public or promoting material. It just is public support. Anyone could be supportive during Senate. That's fine. People are going to go vote. That's cool. It's more so handing out material, promoting material, speaking on behalf of other candidates. Because saying that I'm representing this person, or I'm the friend of this person that's running for this seat, you should go vote for them now, that would be a representative, for example. Yeah, I also wanted to make sure that it does say a representative of a candidate, because independents do exist, and you can represent an independent as a friend or whatever. So I wanted to include that as well. The party stuff's more so easier in my opinion, because it's kind of easy to disseminate the political information, or I guess pamphlets, because that's what we all use, or anything of that sort. So yeah, please do ask questions. I had a 9 email strain with Emma Towler. I kept sending her revised copies, and she kept following up, and it was great, and I really appreciated it. The others did not get back to me, but that's because they were recently approved and probably just not really looking at their email right now. But yeah, I waived the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in line for 5 minutes of questions. The line that you struck at the end of 763.2, that was already there before.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
cool.
2-1 then. I just made it a whole different, it just looked better.
Would you be amenable to adding the word independent in front of the word candidates? Because right now it looks
course.
like candidate and then candidates again.
Of course.
Okay.
Where are you adding independent? Sorry.
In front of the word candidate, apostrophe, parentheses S in the first clause.
Okay.
Because right now it looks like it says candidate twice.
Okay. I'm curious. Do you know right now? This is you probably. I don't know. Okay, JK. Do you know if there's a current process now where parties register?
Should this just be
people that are representing them?
So you don't have to
no candidate for Senate, comma, representative political,
that's kind of just
comma,
done
or
throughout the
candidate,
campaign.
or
People
individual
sometimes join
candidate?
mid-campaign.
Well, it's representative of a political
there's no
party
registering thing.
or independent candidate.
I think
so
that
it's
could be a
the
little
representative
tumultuous
of
as
an
well, because the
independent
fact that we have to have, I guess, kind of like the orientation thing. Not really an orientation, but it's where Ethan Halley has to speak to us, give us the rundown of, and just ensuring that we meet the requirements, all that
We're
stuff.
supposed to be in queue.
That's kind of why we register as candidates as is too, just to make sure we fit the requirements.
Yeah.
You don't have to have, you don't even have to be UF affiliated to be representative. So.
True. Okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Why don't you want representatives campaigning during Senate?
I still think
This
it's
is
better
the
to have it
same-
streamlined.
Okay.
I think if you were speaking on behalf or representing someone or a candidate, you should be held to a similar, if not the same standard. Because if someone's cutting edges on behalf of someone, what's the difference when they do it themselves?
Any more questions? Seeing none, we're now in line for 5 minutes of debate. I don't see any issues with this from a judiciary perspective. I think this isn't a judish problem. This is a on the floor problem. So I'm not even going to talk about it. But in general, yeah, this makes sense. Constitutionally makes sense. I have a difference of opinion on whether or not that's a good thing to allow them to campaign during the time of, but not in, rather than just not during the time of or in, for representatives. But again, not a judiciary issue. That's a floor issue. Constitutionally, it's fine. The implication of this is that, I don't think there's a bad implication. The only thing I can think of is that maybe the regular students aren't as well informed because people don't campaign to them as much, but at the same time, it's not really an issue for an implication in judiciary. That's more of a on-the-floor discussion. So, yeah, I think, especially considering Senator Monson has spoken with the EC, that this is something worth discussing on the floor.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Time of debate.
Is there any more debate? Seeing none, round the final privilege.
I'm very happy to just at least get through Judish. I hope it passes on the floor because, in my opinion, it's just good at maintaining standards. But again, this is something that Hana and I have been working on for quite literally over a year. So seeing this finally come to fruition is very happy. I'm very happy. This makes me really happy. She's been texting me all summer long saying, how is it going? And I'm like, dude, patience. I'm waiting on election commissions people because you just wanted me to talk to them. And she was like, okay, that sounds good. And they finally got back to me, and then I got back to them, and then it just was the streamlined convo, which I really appreciated that they were or Emma at least was really willing to help out with this, because she was under the same impression that it was like, I think that people should be held accountable for their actions. That's what, and just in regard to this code. And I told her the concerns of it, and she was like, I feel like if the EC will take anything and every single individual circumstance into account, which is why I once again said any necessary action, because it's consequential action, because it will be consequential. It's like, it's not, it could be like a $5 fine for at the end of the day. That's a consequential action. But like, I'm just allowing that they have the ability to do it case by case, because that's what they do at the end of the day. They do that for candidates, but they don't have to do it for representatives. So I waive the rest of my time. Yeah.
All right. We're now in line for any motion at this time. Do I hear a motion to make the following amendments to 1479? Add the word independent in front of the word candidate, parentheses S, in 763.2 by unanimous consent.
So moved.
And then
If I was just like, I moved to fail right now.
do I hear a motion to amend 1479 to strike the parentheses S in candidates in 763.2 by unanimous consent?
So moved.
Bless you. Needs to pee. Look at this guy.
I'm good.
I think this is good.
Sure.
It says no candidate for student senate or representative of a political party or independent candidate may campaign during that. I think this is fine.
For students.
Okay. Are there any other motions at this time?
I move to pass SSB 2024-1479 by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes.
I'm gonna text Connor. She's gonna be happy. She's gonna be so happy.
Does anyone want to keep going? Or
Nope.
That was the only code revision that was left to my knowledge. Besides, I think Austin's, just to be honest, love Austin, but I don't think those would ever really. He told me about the debate normalization thing, about how he sent an amendment to do the 2 minutes thing, but I was like, it's okay.
Okay.
Do I hear? Are you gonna keep talking for like 5 minutes? Or no?
For what?
Like right now, because I might leave my backpack here.
If you need someone to watch your back, I just go to the restroom. It's fine.
Sure, I'll watch it. Yeah. I'm gonna go put it in the.
Okay, I'll just carry it,
Bro,
Just don't leave before I don't.
be dramatic. Yeah.
On the record, you're dramatic.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
So moved.
By unanimous consent, are there any objections? Seeing none, that motion passes. This meeting is adjourned at 6:08 p.m. on Sunday, July 28th, 2024.